Hey, we're still alive. Welcome back to Jartcast. We made it past the 10 episode mark and nobody died.
Are you certain?
I mean, not yet.
Oh. Yes.
There's still plenty of time.
You just made it, Rune.
Okay, cool.
Literally just in time.
Just
let me
running into the VoIP with fucking toast in her mouth.
Oh my god.
Go stand in the hallway.
My first day in the abyss. Better not be late.
Gonna change the fucking growth theme to an anime opening.
Oh my god.
Alright, so we got... Alright, let's see if I know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maps today. Considering I put the form up with incredibly short notice, you guys are all fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
All revved up and
7, as you said a few minutes ago.
Yeah, 7, 8, numbers. Listen, the spreadsheet formatting is exciting, because it all has to fit on a tiny window on my fucking auxiliary monitor. Plum's entry is like 10 lines tall, and then War Dogs is literally 1 line with the entire any known issues entry being, please God, I hope not.
Relatable.
Get me out of here.
That's a fucking mood. Episode 10, but where's the plot progression? This is slice of life. Don't worry about it.
That's episode 12 and 13.
So
read the manga first.
The community
reading,
equivalent of K-On! Nothing happens.
This. Hello.
Okay, this isn't course critique.
Last episode, right?
This isn't course critique, but I had a conversation with one of my housemates. Because I come upstairs, and there's fucking anime on the TV, and I stare for a moment, and then I realize, oh, this is K-On! And I look at my housemate, who is staring at the TV in like a sort of drugged trance. And so I lean over the back of the couch and I'm like, yo, so this is K-On!, right? And he's like, yeah. And I ask him, does anything actually happen in this show? And he says, well, I don't know yet.
I think we'll be great friends.
What episode are you on? 6?
Oh.
it's a slice of life show.
Don't worry about it too much. Anyway, first submission from Starman91. Looking for some initial feedback on a gimmick course. Heavily work in progress visual, signage and readability okay to review. The last turn is hell, but I'm probably gonna keep it. Alright, we've immediately fucking laid the groundwork for a fun conversation.
This is someone who sticks to their guns.
Alright, so let's see.
I'm looking forward to this.
If I may, for just a moment. Alright, I think we're good to go.
There we go.
Sloppy Sludge Zone. We were wondering about the fucking file name of this course, and now it makes a little more sense.
Oh, I get it.
Alright, second rally music, big winner. What? That's solid?
No,
Wait,
it's bumpable.
Why is that
that's a wall, not step up. That's crazy. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Question mark?
I mean,
I'd consider using a different texture for that then, or like changing the visual entirely to be an actual like fence or wall.
You could actually like, assuming you want to do this for every single individual goddamn sector.
This is lava.
This is not off-road, yeah.
This is
wait,
lava, and nothing in my brain will ever be able to convince me otherwise.
That's the rock.
I think the signage is cute.
Long, medium, left.
Samir, you are breaking the car.
I do like the look of it, but yeah, it does very much make you think lava.
Yeah. If it was a bit more,
Color-coded signs.
it was a bit more like,
Whoa, yeah, the current is very, very strong on those, actually.
Bump strat time.
Hold on, guys. Try shooting an Orby over the midline. So I have to fucking get to it from the other side.
I think it's actually just a solid wall because you did bump like in the air.
Oh, yeah, no. This actually, is it hard separated the whole way through? Oh, now I get it. Yeah, I'd use a different visual for that, but that's a cool idea.
Oh!
Wait.
Okay!
Tyrone, wake away.
Wait.
You fell
What's up?
asleep. You didn't notice that the spike ball went over the wall.
Yeah.
Did it make it
Near
over?
the-
I didn't catch
like
it.
at the near the end.
Yeah. It's like right near the end of that wall. Like, see where the color.
Right about here.
Yeah, right about here.
Like right about here.
Oh,
No,
wait,
you're-
go back.
you're-
What? Are you...
Right where the fence is. Right, where the fence is.
Right
right here.
there.
The spike wall went up there.
Alright.
You have to watch it back to see
Thank
it.
you for
Never
noting that. We'll
mind.
see it next lap. It seems like you'll spend 2 laps on either side, regardless of where you start. So this is... Yeah, conceptually this is neat, kind of splitting players up a little bit and like, wow, it's 2 tracks in 1, amazing.
Apparently, people are saying this is a Sega Rally course.
Is it a port?
I don't know.
Where's the SR?
Every wall with the weird rocky texture is item traversable. I wonder... I almost wonder if you could convey that by having some sort of one-time hazard or like way out of fucking potential reach. Like you just fucking spawn an Orbinaut and send it careening over the midline on lap 1 so everybody has the chance to see its item traversable. Some kind of conveyance for that.
Yeah.
That's like the dumb idiot off the cup 5-second version of that, so I'm sure you can come up with something better.
So what happens to the combi on this?
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
I don't think I want to.
Do you get snapped near your partner's position when the combi partner process finishes?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay, cool.
Or
The
no.
logo over the front is definitely one of the Sega Rally Championship style, and I think the
I was gonna
sport
say-
overall looks a lot like it, but I don't think that this is necessarily a port.
It's inspired on one of the
Yeah.
muddy tracks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So one thing I would actually immediately like to point out is that I understand that this is probably the motif you're going for, but I'm noticing a lot of the same tone of brown for the walls.
Yeah.
And like, I do see the distinction between the lighter shade and the darker shade, like for the road and the, you know, and the walls. But like for sections where you have further sets of walls, that's where I'd maybe even like go with a third tone to help differentiate that, you know, spatial awareness difference. Because it's not necessarily super obvious if you look at it from distance.
Let me turn you up just a little bit. I dig this fucking banner, by the way.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
Very slick. So the road flat isn't final according to Starman. As for combi support, it really would not be hard to just write a simple companion script that teleports someone's partner on top of them once partners are assigned. You don't have to do that. Combi will handle the situation where you get fucking jailed pretty appropriately, but it wouldn't be too difficult.
Don't worry about testing for combi because
Yeah,
combi
this-
jank anyways.
Yeah, that final sequence is really rough. I think the rest of the turns here read pretty well and flow nicely. Like, the signage is nice, but it's really mostly that you've done a good job of actually laying out scenery elements so that the way forward is always super unambiguous. It's maybe a little tight. I did take it at speed. And
That was
I feel like I'd be more okay with this if you could ride up the slope a little bit, but just couldn't cross the midline.
Actually, yeah, that does seem like a
Yeah.
good compromise.
I agree as well.
Because this seems like this reads like a completely traversable slope. So if you don't plan on changing it to a fence, then I'd give players a little bit of room to ride up.
Can I just say this mini-map is so goddamn enticing. Like, this track from above looks so cool. I'm a big fan of the layout.
Oh,
Like,
Don't mind the model flickering around, by the way. That's Future Sight going apeshit on slopes, and it is no one's fault.
good thing I can't see it.
So this is like... This is the only situation where you're required to interact with the low friction area in that way. Like, you're kind of teased with the existence of the mechanic, but you're introduced to it there on a straight line. And then you're not really crossing over it in any way except for, like, incidental grazes or straight lines here. So it feels weird because even though the mechanic has been, like, introduced, you don't really have time to play around with it earlier in the lap. You're not really given any sustained period of time where you're required to exit a corner with that friction on you.
Yeah, I guess it could be a good idea to put something on that turn earlier on so that you get used to turning in it and drifting in it.
Yeah, I think that's an appropriate ending, but only if the difficulty doesn't feel like it came out of left field, because otherwise this is a very forgiving course. Everything's just really wide banked turns. Yes,
Honestly,
this is the
that end
first try.
section, that section just looks like an easy way to get hit by a mine that someone lays down there.
I mean, that's true for all low friction areas.
I know, but like in that area,
Isn't that a bingo card spot? You could put a mine there.
It's
Do we need to mark that?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Hope you got your screenshots. But yeah, you're like, that's so far and away, like, you're required to interact with that for so much longer than any other part of the course. I think it's completely plausible for somebody to get through, like, multiple laps and have basically zero time to learn how to treat the low friction areas, especially because this is kind of an uncommon visual for low friction.
Never thought of using rock like that. Rock textures.
Like, the first time I went through, you heard me, I thought it was actually, like, some kind of current.
That was off-road.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
off-road, and then I
looked
thought
like
it was a
off-road.
current.
yeah.
That looked like off-road to me.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
mines
just
are
noticing the incredibly eerie way this shifts around when you change your fucking camera angle. Holy shit. Yo, Chow brother, you want some new assets?
What's this icky paint?
I was
like
gonna
room?
say like Flesh Paradise shit.
I think this texture's already in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It probably
It's a
is.
vanilla. It's a vanilla.
Forgive me for this. What's this icky pink like goo?
I think it's
Oh.
actually using a line depth effect to achieve that. Like, it's
I
probably
think-
using Heat Wave or something like that.
So having approached this turn a couple times now, I'd say that on hard speed at least, it's definitely tighter than anything else in the course besides maybe the final sequence. I'd say, at least on my stats, brake drifting seems to be required to not hit the outside wall because, like, at its apex, this is comparatively pretty narrow. And it's rather sharp. I think it might be okay, but it definitely does give this final sequence a very, like, you know, just out of nowhere the course now wants you fucking dead.
Yeah. But I think that's the term that he said like he wanted to keep in anyway.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I respect that. It's like, it's a very distinctive set piece, and I think people, after some practice, it'll be very satisfying to find a way through that works for your stats and your approach. But
Yeah.
it feels like an unexpected spike in tension, basically out of nowhere.
It's like, basically, if you want to keep that turn, then keep it, but build the rest of the course with that turn in mind, rather than just sort of having it be like a thing that feels out of place among the rest of the course.
I also get the feeling this is impassable all the way up. Eve brought up something that I was absently thinking about, which was giving the player the opportunity to switch lanes, here and only here specifically.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Also,
So if you, like,
it
go
does-
off the ramp, hit an angle, you can switch lanes and stay in the lane that you're in.
Yeah. Also, I figured out by spectating that the walls don't go all the way up, but it's pretty high up that you wouldn't be able to go across unless you bounce off someone's head.
Yeah.
So,
Visually, I actually, I know you said visual super work in progress, but I dig what's here, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it only needs a few touch-ups, and then it'll
Yeah.
be good.
there's
Exactly, like,
there's
the
definitely,
only thing
like,
that-
detailing on this entrance here. Chenji already brought up some potential palette expansion. But overall, like, it reads very well, and aside from whatever level of detailing you want to, like, aspire to, I think what's here is pretty solid.
I wouldn't even necessarily say it's necessary to expand the palette, just like make it darker brown. Like, now. Varying tones can go a long ways as far as conveying depth.
Alright. Because I'm being harassed in chat, I'm gonna do one more lap around to see if I can hit the, Man, this is such a fun course to look at because you do actually have, like, it really does play like 2 courses in one. So, like, even in a 4-lapper with all the item chaos that implies, there's still plenty of unique track, which is fucking neato. That's a hard no. Maybe on the other side. I wonder, are there any, like, super forgiving turns? Where maybe after introducing the existence of the low friction areas earlier, you could pull out, you could pull this out a little bit to cover the majority of the turn. Because I think most people are not, like... Because of the way this looks while you're approaching it, it's sort of unclear how sharp the inside of the turn actually is, so I think most people will naturally shy away from the low friction area in the inside of the turn, even if it is faster, reasoning that it's there to signpost, hey, danger over here, pull out a little bit. So, yeah. I think because this turn is pretty generous, you do have the opportunity to basically introduce exiting corners under low friction by just covering this entire fucking area in it. I think it might work reasonably well. Alright, let's see. Sherman says, that will be Thoth hell but realizable. I apologize, I know nothing about the technical restrictions of mapping, only that I like certain things. Oh yeah, and if you stack 18,000 Thoths on top of each other, the game falls apart. I know that.
That too.
And again, the game falls apart when you do a lot of things.
Don't you love control sectors, folks? Ha ha ha.
While true. Alright, anybody else got something to say before we move on? And we'll be revisiting all of these and figuring out our general impressions after the net game tests, but anything to be said with regards to the turn-by-turn?
No.
I think
Not really.
I kind of worried that the item boxes kind of block the view, but that's...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, on this turn specifically, I can kind of see that. You're given the red signage as sort of a visual to, like, the inside of the corner starts here. But
I'm more worried.
It's a minor thing.
let me look at that while approaching its speed and see how it feels.
I do dig the color-coded signs. I think what I think is happening is that the colder the color, the less urgent the turn is. So red is like turn really sharply.
Is that the design language that's going on there?
That's what I think is going on. Yeah.
Huh.
Like the red turns
Makes
are sharp,
sense.
and the yellow turns aren't as sharp. And the
That's
blue turns
really
are like
cute.
straightaways with like curves.
Yeah. I think you have ample time while you're running up here to see the general, like, you see not only the exit of the corner you're on, but you see the exit of the next corner as well. So I think you can make an educated guess here, but maybe moving the setup a little bit.
Like, someone could very easily hide something right behind those item boxes.
That's pretty common though.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a downward slope narrow lane item box combination, and like, because people naturally try to get rid of their items near a new set for economy, so these are always going to be hubs for trap items and discarded sad rolling Orbinauts. So you do have to be pretty careful about that kind of thing. I think because this is well before either lane gets to interact with each other, really, I think you could probably pull this lane's set back alone. I don't think it's quite as much of a problem on the other lane. Yeah, Jizumaru also brings up a good point. Because these are reduced player count lanes, you can probably reduce the number of boxes if you want to solve visibility concerns that way. because it's unlikely, even in a packed server, to miss a set when you're occupying a lane with only half the player count.
I think you'll probably
Jeez,
still
my
miss that
hero.
once or twice with like 3 races. There are a couple of lanes in this item set where there's only one item box.
Yeah, like I can
It's gonna
totally,
be-
I
it's
can
gonna be
totally
rare.
see drifting like right through here and being deeply sad.
Yeah, it's only one lane though, so I don't think it's too big a deal.
Yeah. All right, so we'll revisit that in a moment for net game testing. It was Starman 91's. What the fuck is this called? Sloppy Sludge Zone. Next up, we have a submission from Professor Renderer, looking for feedback on readability and layout quirks, noting lack of detailing and the placeholder sound effect at the start used for an announcer. Alright.
That
Let's see
sounds
it.
like a first. I don't think we have too many of those, like an announcer before the start of a round.
R-A-X... Oh,
Super Rainbow Road!
Round 1.
Alright.
ready,
Oh,
go! Oh,
That was
That's the Wii Sports
right?
announcer?
Yeah.
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 You went to fucking Monkey Ball and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Do you see
Okay,
the
so-
skyblock working out?
Immediately, this is probably like... This is a smooth brain moment, but I can see other people doing this. You're 3 seconds into the course, changing what safe, drivable floor looks like immediately is very disorienting. Oh my god, the skybox.
Oh, you
okay.
see that too. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope this is just OGL being OGL. Ooh, and the moire on these
Yeah,
floor
it's not
textures is pretty
software,
wild.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not sure how I feel about the bridge textures. They're definitely pretty busy.
It's
Oh boy, you've
it's
got
the
those flashing
unfortunate
arrows
perspective. Ooh.
Get dunked.
Whoa.
Alright, upward sloped right angle turn, but it's... The
Big
signage is wildly... Oh. Wait, what?
I'm gonna put a target
Whoa.
there, but I'm gonna
I
fall
was
right
I
there.
was really sad I was gonna miss the target, and then the game just yeeted me directly down on it like I drop dashed. What the fuck?
Ground
That's
pound.
pretty cute.
Sweet boost pack.
I need to add a bingo entry for the fucking Crimson Core arrows,
There
dude.
it is.
Yeah, I saw that.
I couldn't even see that until it
These
started flashing.
are not good signage. They are invisible on half the fucking cycle.
They're good in specific context.
For sure.
I was gonna say, yeah.
When
like,
used
on a
in
black
conjunction
background,
with
that's
other
fine.
visual cues or with ample time on sufficiently like contrasting backgrounds to read them. But this is a bit of a stretch, especially considering that they're displayed to you at an angle.
And
I
it's
need to make a
red,
general use arrow texture pack.
No,
and it's dark red and bright orange as well.
you just
Yeah, from
That's
back,
a little
Pack
rough.
would be awesome.
from back there, I wasn't even registering it until I got close.
that
Woo.
slope.
Is that wind?
Is this V2?
It has to
It's
be.
gotta be wind. There's
There's
no
way.
It's either
There's no
wind
way
or
the
it's
V1 slope
It's
feels that
James's
good.
mystery slope lure that turns you into a fucking man cannon on Barclay's ice cap.
I think it might actually be just the floor friction, because if you turn that down, then it makes you go faster down slopes.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that'll do it. That'll do
That's
it.
what I did
I
for
actually
one of my
subtly
goals.
do that for Sketchberry, so yes, I can confirm that's a thing, and it's probably what's going on.
God bless fast water skips.
You.
Alright, so you are super aware of the lack of detailing, so I won't like dwell on that.
Oh, it is
I don't know
wind.
whether the skybox
Oh.
thing is my fault or whose fault it is, but that's actually awesome that that's even possible. Can we just appreciate that this is the game we're putting time into? That it'll allow you to do this?
This game sucks.
Like, some mod tools will try to stop you from shooting yourself in the foot. Zone Builder is like, nah, bro, what are you, fucking pussy? And hands you a chainsaw instead.
We'll figure it out somehow.
Saw it off, bone through. Yeah, this is
wide.
I'm not sure why this is so wide, other than opening up the ability for me to get knocked 3 miles away from my destination by a fat-ass Omega player. Like, there's really no reason for any player to be in any of, like, the little crescent slice between the edge of this wall and the edge of the fucking opposite wall, the entry of the next section. Nobody actually wants to be out here for any reason. If you're attached to this element, maybe add pads on the outsides as an alternate way through, but I mean, it is literally a gigantic circle. I feel like this needs to do something more interesting to justify its existence.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the map.
Yeah. One other thing that I would like to point out with sections like these is that typically speaking, if there's no, like, clear way of funneling or siphoning a player to the center to, like, you know, get them back on track, this can read as a Daytona spiral or any sort of, like, round sentence.
Oh yeah, no, this
Like,
is,
this
because we're
is
already
gonna
going
be-
through several different drivable floor mix-ups here, I can absolutely see a player as smooth-brained as myself exiting this, starting a left drift, and then just... wait...
Yeah.
Dollars
Yeah.
to donuts.
So I would put, like, a little set of arrows, like, going, oh,
Yeah.
hey, you know, go this way and then go that way at the outside.
Obviously,
Maybe
this
an
isn't
arch
four
at the
one.
exit as well, or some kind of visual marker to differentiate it from where you came in.
Yes, absolutely.
Rip.
People
Well-
underestimate the
Right.
effectiveness of arches when used for directioning. Like, a player will naturally be drawn to going through it because it's like, oh, it's a giant ring, let me just drive through that.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that even with as light as the detailing is here, you found time to put this fucking banner in. Barkley, I swear to fucking God.
Spark Park is eternal.
The Tron one isn't even a dab! She's just doing something. So this is... I'm trying to organize my thoughts on this because my knee-jerk reaction is that by lap 3, nobody is going to be able to take these paths anymore. And there's not really anything else interesting to do beyond taking the pads. It's less like... Because they're wide targets, and because the line you have to take them is not very different than the line you take to avoid them, they read to me like you just wanted to speed a player through this section. And like, a transitional element's fine, but at the very least, if you just want to use a straight here to get the player to the jump and into the underwater section, maybe do something thematic with it, like a flowing current or something.
Oh my god, look to the left. Back up, look to the fucking left. Okay, to your right now. Up there. Back a bit. Like, turn
Back
around.
up.
More to the left. It's like
Turn-
thoroughly behind you.
Turn 180 degrees, and then...
Slightly to the right.
Miss the
Slightly
line
to the right.
textures.
No.
What the fuck?
Oh.
What is that doing here?
That's Donnie.
What the fuck is...
Stay hydrated.
Disgusting.
You're right, I'm gonna go get a drink right now.
Oh. You can...
We're up here
Is it
now.
possible to get stuck in the,
Oh no.
Hopefully it's a kill plane.
Here we go
Through
again.
darkness and silence in the night.
Even if it is the kill plane, you can probably just line dip right it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
This is death for sure.
Touch the Dasani.
No, you touched it.
Me too.
Keep chasing it. They did it again. They did it
Yeah.
again.
Foolish
No, I
man.
respect this.
What the fuck have I started?
Look what you did, Chin.
Is this my fault retroactively?
Shen,
Is it?
Always has.
you brought anime into cart. Everything is your fault retroactively.
You right. You goddamn right.
Go home, Chin.
That's on the bingo. DJ.
You know that I'm gonna be labbing for the next 100 million years how to plausibly knock someone into that with a mine, right?
No.
I'm actually entirely in support of hazards that delete someone from the course.
Can't do that.
Get hit by a hazard and it deletes your car install mid-race.
But yeah, I feel like if this is gonna be a transition section, you can probably afford to make it way quicker, just to like get players through. Otherwise, I'm not sure how much can you do with a relatively narrow straight to make it interesting. You might have to open the area up a little bit if you want to justify its existence more. And we have this jump, which I don't think this is enough time to get your bearings. I think most players will still be trying to figure out what's going on by the time they land, and their reactions will put them here by the time they're trying to adjust.
Yeah, because the camera's still panning up when you're launching.
Yeah. And this is a rough spot to be.
Yeah. That's the one critique I have about this map, is that, like, that drop specifically, you're right in front of, like, off-road, and you kind of have, like, a couple seconds to adjust before, like, you know.
Woo.
You're not given too much time to really, like, register it.
Oh my god!
So much for reverse shots.
Ugh. Also, I was muted for like.
I feel
all
like
the time
if you wanted to make that wind push a little bit less obvious, I feel like you could reduce the strength of the launch, but actually build out a little bit more of a landing area behind the target. It does kind of take you out of the experience when the course has to actively, like, push you down instead of just letting the launch physics rock. It kind of... This is purely subjective, but the jump would be cooler if it didn't need to nudge you. So instead of overshooting and then pushing people down, I'd say allow for an undershoot, but make it so that undershoot doesn't fucking kill people.
Yeah.
I have a small concern, actually. Go back.
Sure.
Okay, turn back around. They're, like, right at the bridge, there are, fences, like...
Oh, I see it.
Like, yeah. I feel like someone's gonna get stuck behind there pretty easily if they, like, get bumped there.
Oh, yeah, no, this kind of situation is, like, my nightmare. If I get nudged as I'm, like, trying to sneak onto the ramp and end up having to actively go backwards to correct the situation instead of being able to step up.
Yeah.
The only way you could really fix that is if, like, you remove that, like, slope section and... Well, not remove it, but, like, maybe, like, push it back.
Maybe push it... Yeah, push it back.
Yeah.
This turn is also, like... With the repeating patterns on the floor texture, there's, like... This turn isn't really banked at all, and both the inside and the outside are using the same fence. So even though you have plenty of time to adjust to the right signage, you don't really have a feel for where the actual traversable path is until you've stepped up and kind of deciphered this effect for yourself. So a marker on the inside of the turn might help people to orient themselves a little bit. There are a couple different ways you could go about making this clear, but I think the simplest would just be to mark the apex with something. Free points for music choice. I'm about it.
Also, I was muted for the whole water and water thing, but that was amazing.
Alright,
I was
actually
actually
on the next bingo card.
There's somebody I'm gonna need to fucking clip that and send that to. They're gonna really appreciate it.
I'm glad I was muted because I was the one that originally saw it and it was like, wait, go back. And,
If we get
like,
bingo on episode 11, I will literally drink water.
I mean, good. Remember to stay hydrated.
No.
Man, something I want to see for that jump is you push the wind sector back a little bit so it pushes you straight onto the slope and you just careen off at like 300 frac units per second. I
feel like there is a plausible way to do a Lua object that just spawns confetti if a player happens to transition from air to ground specifically on this target.
Oh, there
That'd
has
be amazing.
like there has to be.
Play a sound effect.
Just recreate monkey target in cart.
More
Fallout.
mini games. It's always the answer. But yeah, initial takeaways are, because this layout is almost exclusively flat except in transitional areas, you definitely have to do a little bit more work to distinguish your turns. Signage is good, but sight on the path is better, and scenery elements can function as kind of prosthetic sight in a pinch. Stuff like pillars, archways, other architectural elements can help people kind of build a mental model of the layout they're navigating before actually seeing where they're supposed to be driving. Keep those cues consistent and build as many of them as you can into your course, and readability will be good even if players can't explain to you why. I think that's what I got to say on this.
Why is it getting smaller?
The signpost!
Oh, it was just moving. I thought it was just getting smaller.
Yeah, it took me a minute. Yes, please keep that.
I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Alright, so next up is a submission from Mr. Logan. Preview image is messed up. That's some balls, leaving the "Are you looking for feedback on anything in particular" field completely blank.
Nothing.
Uh-huh. Does that mean that they're not looking for feedback on anything, or they're looking for feedback on everything?
It could be either way. I'm just gonna pronounce this in my head as void and move on. Map Z2.
Schrodinger's entry.
Mr. Logan's Gigopolis.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Galaxy Man.
Oh, come on, you can't use our field tracks. That's cheating.
Oh, I've heard this before.
Whoa.
So
This
this
is-
is like a.
This
So this is a.
seems very technical and volatile right off the bat.
Everything's all close together.
I
Funnel
don't.
zones.
Also, music volume seems a bit low. Subjective, but...
Yeah, it's very low. But immediate thing right away is that when you were entering the building, like the walls inside and outside were the exact same texture.
Oh
That
no,
was-
it's those cones!
Oh no! That is a
That's
gay
not
baby
good.
jail.
Get me out of
Still
here!
back out, right?
Everyone's asleep!
Are you okay?
Concussion.
Okay, I'm being told that I was given the wrong file.
Oh.
Oh, so this
Is that
isn't the
another
fixed
one of
version.
the Bingo
Let
box?
me scroll up a bit.
Does this count as this is not the fixed version?
Wait, this is the old shit. I'm fucking pissed. Feel free to skip this one.
Look what you
See you
did.
next week, Logan. I'm sorry about the mix-up. Remember to check your submissions. Somebody's submission a couple weeks ago was literally a link to the SRB2 Wiki's list of cart characters. Not a file, just a wiki link to like
No, what are
another
you
tab
talking
they had
about? They made
open.
all those characters. All of them.
Hey, you need all of them.
Review every single character on the MB.
You don't understand. It was a hidden link inside the wiki.
Fucking think I'm gonna go Cicada 51 or whatever the fuck for a jartcast submission. Alright. Next up, sorry Logan, is a submission from War Dog. Looking for feedback on looks, feel, and theming, and hoping there are no issues. There are
Right.
always issues. That's why we're here. Alright,
No
missing
clues,
sound
okay.
effect right off the bat.
No.
Alright,
I
so
don't know
this
what mission it
is... We're revisiting Beach Invasion here.
Oh, that was solid.
This item box placement makes me anxious. I know the guidelines say to randomize your box placement, but this is like uncomfortable to me in a way that I can't fully articulate. Anybody
Double
else?
It's fine. I actually.
I-
Okay. Legitimately, the advice I've been given is to make them more of a field and less of a set, so this gets the job done.
For sure.
Like, this is fine.
Are those trees solid?
Oh yeah, so this is sloped now. Hello there. And we have...
There's a spring shell there. Goodbye.
Alright, so
Can
we
you
know
jump
that's
over?
possible. Checking for KMP
Is
respawn.
this what you're gonna try for an hour now?
Okay,
those trees are
Okay, so the trees are solid.
I was checking because those are desert palace trees. And
Okay, that's allowed. That's actually
pretty
sick, and I'm about it.
Damn.
Although, if that's an area you can launch
Really
to,
nice now.
feels a bit underdeveloped up there, maybe. By the way, like the visual pass, absolutely. This is this back? Slowly backing up.
Backing up. Backing
Looking
up.
up.
There's a shadow on the ground. Where did it come from?
Nowhere.
I should probably look at it from spectator.
Yeah. Tag
It'll
is
come
saying
down
the
to
set was randomized from Zone Builder. That's fair enough.
Nothing's there.
Ooh, alright. This is a cool arrangement.
Whoa.
Bruh, tanks. Let's go.
It's hovering.
Full on barriers on the side.
I
I dig
still
it.
maintain the entry to this is a little awkward even if you're not coming from the cut, but considering it gives you double draws, I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the visual of the inside there.
Go!
Maybe, this is spitballing, but I feel like the ghost signs could be moved to inside the arch here, because they're partially occluded as you're approaching.
No, that's actually a totally valid point. Like, actually, believe it or not, the earlier you can anticipate an arrow for a turn like that, the better. Especially since it's a split. Although I would add a set,
Yeah,
like,
this-
just before.
Please drive up
just
to
to be
those
safe.
fence. The perspective on that
Wait,
looks
the
really
left
weird.
one.
Yeah, the left one's like weird. It's not synced up, and like it's not
Yeah,
going at
that's
the
weird.
exact same frames.
It's pulsating.
Yeah,
BRB drinking water.
very dangerous.
Pulsating, and it's not like synchronizing with the other one, which is fucking me up.
Alright, so we got some roving badniks on the insides and the outside here, a little bit more detailing inside. Hello there.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Like
acceptable.
You ran them over.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I saw some conversations, and I believe it was the mapping channel, that these are here specifically to give acrobatics something to do,
Jump it.
which
Jump
I
it.
respect.
Yeah.
There it is. And
Yeah.
Water skip.
Damn.
actually, I think the water looks darker now.
Amazing looking water in this map.
Probably added a
Ooh.
color map, that's about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yo,
yo, yo.
what? What is
Yo,
this?
Is
That's
this supposed to be intentional?
This reads
Hold
like
on.
a conflict from another fucking source. That looks like a fucking... Somebody pasted a fucking 1024 by 1024 meme template into their course and accidentally
Okay,
used the same
It's very
meme.
likely that there just could be conflicting files.
I screenshot the exact frame, and I'm gonna post it in voice text. So I have no idea what the hell it is.
I still say these should be Fulbright or lit in some way. The go signs on the outside here.
Oh yeah.
I think that's from another pack.
That's extremely likely.
It doesn't happen here.
People are speculating it might be OGL.
I see it on software too.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's just a conflict.
Then perish! This
Dude,
seems like it's
that-
really easy to get rammed into.
Yeah.
I kind of respect the desire to make everything traversable, but you know the rules. If a player doesn't ever want to be somewhere, it shouldn't be possible for them to get there. And as long as this is a kill plane, I don't ever want to be here. So,
Yeah.
walling
I
that
would
entire
say-
section off, well, breaking immersion just a little bit is probably better for play.
I mean, another alternative too is like you could raise them out.
You could, but like, in the event that like bump code exists and fucking like you get egg boxed or like even mined up there, and then bumped
That
up there,
could
like
totally
that's
be a
happen.
road in that section, honestly. That could be traversable in its current state.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what issues it would open up in the rest of the layout, but it seems like a self-contained enough piece.
Yeah.
Honestly, War Dog, for real, it has been fucking awesome to watch you iterating on Assault Cup as we've been doing this show.
Like
The improvements are
new
fucking
visuals.
substantial. Good shit, dude, seriously.
Character
Yeah.
development.
This map has evolved like since we first like covered it on jartcast.
This
Yeah.
looks really good now.
I do in the indoor area, like the red flashing panels on the floor. When I see those, I think of hazards. But they're not actually hazards.
I think that's hilarious because there was the one time where like the whole room was flashing red.
Hurting.
Yeah, at one point that entire section was like Revenge of Redwall. It was very nearly undrivable, so what's there now is a pretty significant glow up.
Yeah.
But the contrast between the regular floor and the red flashing floor.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, it was a lot worse, and I think, like, you could change the color to be something different, but or you could just like remove those textures altogether. Because I mean, they're only like they're very spaced out in the room, and they're not really used too often.
You could put them just on the ceiling.
That's true.
I think it's mostly because that's.
Are you talking about the caution tape?
No,
No.
These red panels here.
Yeah,
the red panels.
Yeah, now
They
that
look
now
like
that
hazards,
the
they're
now that
not.
the aesthetic has been changed pretty significantly, I do agree that these could probably read as hazards.
Yeah, I would actually just leave those up top, or find a way to obscure that so it doesn't read as a hazard, like put a grate over it or something like that. Do some FOF trickery.
I mean,
Yeah, because it's an interesting element in the ceiling, but it could definitely be
Yeah.
confusing in the floor, especially because we've got one there, one here, one here.
Heck, an alternative could be to make it a hazard. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
This
Shinji, I
section
think-
could potentially be a little bit chaotic with those kinds of floor hazards, but it might flow well. I'd advise you to test it.
What was that, Porter?
Oh, I was just gonna comment on the fact that if you did add like a grading to it, it would just kind of camouflage with like the already gray.
Yeah, good point. It would probably add a lot of moire too, so like avoid that actually. Scratch that suggestion.
Clearly, the solution is more FOFs.
Maybe.
In some circumstances, you gotta use them. This was not one of those circumstances, I suppose.
Alright. I think that's what I've got for the turn by turn. We've covered this course a lot, and all of the layout issues that we've touched on have been addressed in some way, either by softening turns or just like reworking the entire section in the case of the indoor area here. And the forked path up ahead, right? That used to be a way less involved section. So yeah, fucking glow up as far as I'm concerned, and truthfully, as somebody who is like a serial fucking I can never bear to leave something finished. I always have to fucking tweak and tune. Honestly,
Yep.
you could probably leave this one for a while. Like, outside of the minor visual issues, this really feels complete in a way that it didn't when you initially submitted it.
Looks really good now.
I'll have to go back and check those now.
Alright, let's see. Next up, Miko27 submitted Map XU with absolutely no comments of any kind except for the word cake. Did we?
What are you?
Oh no.
Relatable.
Did we
What are
check
you, the
on this
guy?
before loading it up?
I don't know. I don't think we did.
What are you? The guy from Spy Kids 3D?
I'm very slightly concerned. I'm gonna
Here's
check that PK3 really quickly through to make sure that I'm not about to load a screamer.
You open it up in Zone Builder and it's just a picture of a cake.
I was just worried that it would be like
Delicious cake.
Twitch TOS, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, they wouldn't go that far, would they?
No, this looks like a map. This looks like a map that was made by a human being. Okay.
Let's hope
There's
that's
a
the
map.
case.
What does a map that doesn't look like? Look like?
Oh god, AI generated.
It looked
map.
like Shuffle Square.
I remember.
I believe it.
Senji.
I forsake my humanity.
Full square is a good
One
one.
time desu.
Okay, hold up.
I'm watching, yes.
Checker
Wait,
night.
no, the Waddle Dees.
Oh,
It immediately
no,
wins. This is the best map of the night immediately.
No!
Waddle Dee abuse.
So much!
Not the Waddle Dees!
Oh, this is so good.
Don't show this to Tyron.
I couldn't.
Yeah, don't.
The turn got obscured there.
Oh, what is... Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Good speed.
Which
It has,
one?
it has angles.
Oh my god, I hate this. It's incredible. This is awesome.
You can't give
Oh my
Wispy
God.
Woods angles. That's cursed.
Oh, oh my god, it's going through all the stages in Kirby's Dream
Going
Land.
through all the stages. Oh shit.
Stepwood Island.
Why?
Bye bye.
Oh, look at that.
Or is this Kirby's Adventure? So it's,
Not off-road, very afraid.
Oh, this is butter building.
Yes, I love this.
My god.
Kirby's Adventure.
This is like straight out of a goddamn Mega Man 8-bit deathmatch map. Like, I love all the fucking NES style detailing in this.
Oh. Solid science.
Like, this feels straight out of Kirby's Adventure.
Before I
wait,
drive any further, let me just fucking
That wall.
Yeah, they're
You could not possibly have picked better music than Checker Knights. You did it! You're the only person in the entire kart community who managed to find the objectively best track.
Also, that's an open GL
Oh my
error on
God.
Texas there.
It's over there too.
Oh,
What is this?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Wait, oh no!
there's
It's
an
a
arrow.
loop.
There's an arrow that. Oh. You're going in a loop, Tyrone.
I know.
Goodbye.
Wait, oh wait, which direction is it? Do I just, where do I get off the ride?
Hey, that's only the first 4 levels. So that's still really cool.
Jane, get me off this crazy thing.
That's an adventure and a half.
Oh.
It's a Kirby's Adventure, in fact.
Shut the fuck up.
Never!
How do I kick Tyrone from his own server?
Bruno, you walked right into it.
No.
You fool.
You know what? Sometimes a Kirby you like that sometimes.
I think it's fine, because the thing is that the level themes are the same as the ones from the original Kirby's Dream Land. You know, like, Vegetable Valley is like green greens, and then you have
Yeah, it is.
Float Island and Ice Cream Island, Butter Building and Castle Lololo,
So
and
it's
then Grape
Dreamland,
Gardens and Lovely
but
Clouds.
with Kirby's Adventure graphics.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
I did wonder if this is like very nitpicky, but I wonder if there's like an 8-bit version of Checker Knights that you could potentially use.
Yeah,
Oh, there are
honestly,
probably
like,
dozens of Family Tracker
as much
covers.
as I
you can find.
understand, like, how much praise Tyrone is giving to Checker Knights, like, I honestly think it doesn't really fit this map.
Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe as far as chronology goes, it's inappropriate, but I
It's
think
a
it captures the
spectacular
mood
scene, though.
perfectly. Okay. So,
I love Checker Knight so much.
So, actual critique time.
I am begging you to take me at face value on this one. It is abundantly clear that you are biting off way more than is appropriate for this project. I think that's awesome. I think you should keep doing that.
With a little polish, this will be just right.
Yeah.
Conceptually, in terms of scope and scale, this is fucking awesome. With that in mind, it is a bitch to drive currently. Let's begin the turn by turn. So I think I like the dynamic start. This is an appropriate place to drop in. Shut up. I feel like because the walls of what I assume are death pits and the walls of the outsides of the turns are using the same texture, it is a little bit difficult at a glance to determine where the inside of a turn is versus the outside, especially because this section is entirely flat.
By the way, turn around. Go a little up ahead.
Oh, you want to see if you can go in the building?
It's Kirby's house, isn't it?
Yeah. Nope. Sadness.
Well, you did go through his house.
Why'd you just drive into his house, you fucking asshole? Jeez.
That's fair enough.
So, stuff like...
This turn... This
very
is
straightforward issues, like this being a right arrow onto what is inarguably a left spiral. Things like that. Wait,
And it gets obscured.
This has rotations, right? Yeah, okay.
Rotation. Why does everything have rotations?
So, okay, this is something I would like to point out. I'm not a fan of sprite-based directioning, personally, because it doesn't necessarily have the proper depth that, you know, a mid-texture would, so you can't necessarily convey it from every angle. It's going to be more difficult to read to players who aren't necessarily super familiar with it.
Yeah, I don't think it's conventional at all to use anything with rotations for signage, typically.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit more difficult to read than just using your intuition of how an object should look in the first place. This section is actually fucking awesome, I think.
Yeah.
The nonsense involved weaving through the trees here. I think if there are going to be boost panels here, which I'm not even sure there need to be, they should probably be lit in some way. Is this traversable? Oh my god, it is.
Yep.
Which way do I go?
I feel like there are so many routes like that sprinkled throughout this course, and they may or may not have an exit that makes sense.
Oh
But
my god,
I appreciate how many
this is the first map
situations
ever.
there are path splits here.
This is impressive for a first map.
Is it
Holy
a first
shit.
map? Because I was gonna say,
Yeah,
this
this is
has
a
the
first
energy
map.
of a first map from somebody who is incredibly fucking ambitious and creative. I am absolutely about it, and I would love to see
I gotta
this
give
refined.
the author props for this, but like the trees, like the stumps, the wood texture is not actually a texture; it's a sprite, so you can actually see the outline. And honest to God, very creative use of that sort of thing. It actually fooled me, and I thought that was map geometry, but no, it's a sprite.
Yeah, I didn't even stop to look at it.
Actually, all these trees are sprites.
Yeah, no, it's that like believable.
Yeah, you
I'm
only
like,
notice
wait,
it
why
when
is the
it's with you.
shading the same? Why is this the same from every angle?
Confusion triangle.
Don't think, just drive. I think that's what this map is telling you. Just go.
That's definitely the vibe that I got. Alright, so this section feels pretty reasonable. You're using the backdrop there to draw the player's eye away. More sprite-based directioning. A couple alternates here. This is where things start getting weird for me.
There's
Go
the
ahead.
The walls on the like if you go back a little bit, the walls in the sand use the same texture as the floor, which makes judging where the floor ends and the wall begins pretty difficult.
Yeah, if you're on low res, that's a wall bond guaranteed. The only reason that's even possible to see is because I'm not at speed and I'm on a high resolution, truthfully.
Yeah.
So, are these... Oh, they just fuck off.
Yeah, they just go to the moon.
I feel like these types of interactables need some kind of hit sound to sell them.
Squeak.
Yeah, some kind of hit sound and a short hit effect would go a long way towards selling these as enemies.
I mean, you could literally just rip the sound effects from like Kirby's Adventure.
Because right now they do feel like paper cutouts that I'm blowing away.
Yeah.
It is now time for Crab. Okay, this is where I start feeling a little betrayed. So, for starters, I don't even think it's possible to know whether this is off-road or not at this point in the course. Even if the texture was reused earlier, we're now operating in a completely different set of visual cues for ground stuff. And
Yeah, because it was used earlier, and you can actually see, like, if you look at the islands like farther off from where you are, there's a darker green to emphasize the fact that that's off-road. But again, like you said, because it's a different texture set, you kind of can't really judge that.
So let's say you know that this isn't off-road, and you just decide to take it, like, you know, a normal person would. How the fuck are you supposed to exit this? If you take it at sneaker speed, you can skip over here and then die. And respawn all the way back here. Oh my god, Card MP, where are you?
Somewhere.
Yeah, because of the way... these two outcroppings, I don't know. These two are laid out in such a way that, especially if you're looking ahead to that patch of green off in the distance with yet more item sets, it's totally plausible to believe that this is an upper path that's, like, somewhat intended. But there is no way to exit this in line without beefing it, unless you line up with the item sets. And given that there's a set of about 3 and their angle isn't quite clear until you make it here, I feel like it just fence the outside edge of this, if you want to leave it constructed as is.
Otherwise, one alternative might be to actually make that an upper path.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no, Tyrone, I think I just found something.
Oh no.
It's not an Easter egg, but it's a shortcut that you would not otherwise think is a shortcut.
Alright.
So right there, actually.
Oh no.
Yeah, right there. There is no discernible way to know that that's off-road and not death.
Huh?
Oh, boy.
Not to mention the flat is facing the other way.
Yeah.
Because I think you're supposed to take it from the...
Yeah, there's no, like, discerning...
But why? That's so strong. That's preposterously strong, and it's mowable. That is the main path as it's currently constructed. You just might miss it.
You know what else it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's an item speed trade-off.
Oh yeah, because there's 2 sets versus the...
Yep.
You know what? No, it's actually even further because you don't even have to get those items. You can just go on the regular road because all the items are set on the
Yeah, the items are like, not only is it a longer path, but it is a little bit precarious because there's no protection on the outside of this slope here.
Yeah, so if you try to get items in this section, you're actually going slower than you would otherwise.
This doesn't feel like it should be traversable, really.
Oh, back here.
It's off-road.
Okay. This is gonna be a hot take, but conceptually, I like that. But you would need to balance that around hard item sets and soft item sets. Where if you want to actually guarantee getting an item, like you'd go the main route, but like say that's, you know, all the fucking item boxes are gone, you could actually have soft item sets as a bonus for the upper route for like that sort of recovery mechanic.
If this is going to be traversable, by the way, it probably needs a dash panel as a rescue system back here to get you out of hell. Because I can totally see people being knocked over the top. And so either you fence it, you make that a kill plan, or you put some kind of rescue panel down there so people can actually exit without losing too much of their speed and dignity.
So that cut seems really strong. Boost versus item trade-off. And should we put... Can you mow that?
No.
You got the bingo card open, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do.
I'm a genius.
I don't think I would call it a boost versus item trade-off, considering it's
Just remember, this is your personalized bingo card.
We made it just for you. Do you like it? I hope you do.
No.
I like it a lot.
Why?
Okay.
What is that? Why?
Wait, I didn't see what?
You know,
Completely went around.
no big deal, just miss the entry and go on the Omega World Tour.
I hate this. I hate everything about this.
It's so cursed.
Just put some springs up there to take you back to the normal route. It's fine.
Seriously, I cannot overstate how serious I'm being when I say seeing new mappers take on projects with this kind of ambition is awesome.
It's
Not
awesome.
just because I respect it from a creative perspective, but because when you fucking bite off a project that's as big as this, you inevitably run into so much fucking jank, and it is beautiful to watch it happen.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
that's
if,
not
like,
necessarily a bad
Oh my god,
thing,
these
'cause,
have
like it's
fucking
you
physics
getting your feet
sometimes?
wet.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
There's nothing inherently
Yeah.
wrong.
I'm just
Like-
curious if you could. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was just curious if you went backwards, like instead of like going the complete way around, if you went backwards and went if that's even a shortcut.
It's not a shortcut.
No,
it's the
I
next
don't think
back-
it's.
I know it's probably not, but if you were actually able to it wouldn't be faster, but I don't know.
With one shoe?
Yeah, no,
No.
it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe with like a rocket sneaker. No, this is just just
Nah,
nonsense.
Never mind. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Welcome to
Ignore
Jartcast
me.
Couch does not understand spatial relationships. I'm tagging myself in this post, by the way.
Okay, Chenji, you can keep going.
Are you asking me to follow up on the previous statement, or are you asking me to fucking retract what I was?
No, like what you were saying before I interrupted.
Oh, okay. So
Whoa.
as I was saying, God, I don't even know how to follow up with that. So okay. I wanted to say right off the bat, I'm a big fan of the accuracy of the NES palette, but there are some limitations that would be better off broken for conveyance reasons, because this is cream orange on cream orange, and yeah, you do kind of have line of sight of what's a wall and what's a floor, but the contrast isn't necessarily the strongest thing in the universe. I would maybe make that a whitier creamish orange. If you want to adhere to the NES palette, that's fine. I totally respect that. That's a very commendable effort. But I would probably choose from a different color pool for this floor.
Ignore the
texture.
second set of slopes, I'm working on it. Alright, I mean, you had to
It's
know.
contrast
I just
from
wanted to draw
software.
attention to it for a moment.
The color,
Oh,
there's
you
a
can
higher contrast on
Oh.
just skip
Oh.
that.
Oh,
That
it's
was
bouncy.
something I missed out on.
Woo.
That's cool.
I mean, it's cool, but
Game
Remember
over, Return of Barkley.
Base.
Did you fall back down there?
Oh my god, now I need to actually do a sound mod that just overlays Barkley based over every single fucking spring sound.
Did you fall back down?
And then I'm gonna start doing ILs in fucking Toy Factory.
He doesn't like Red Springs anymore.
Tyrone,
What's up?
can you fall back down to the previous section? Oh no!
That is awesome! That is fucking amazing.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do now that I know this is that whenever I race on this map, whenever it's released, I'm going to throw an Orby backwards in the air and fucking snipe someone, and they're just gonna have their day ruined.
Hold that.
Immediate rage
So-
spec.
These are spin out hazards, right? Yeah, these need to
Yeah.
not be on the first two turns of this section because you don't
Yeah.
have enough time to transition.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I
It's
think
very
the left-
it's very punishing,
I think
especially
the
when you're
left blue spring
first entering that
was-
section and don't really know.
No,
That-
you can't just use an archaic and outdated mapping format. Haha, mid-texture go brr.
The slopes look like ink.
We're having fun. We're having a party.
This entire room throws me.
Haha. OpenGL go burr.
Oh yeah, if you hit the leftmost blue spring, it looks like you'll just get launched straight into that Gordon.
This is a really narrow
Gordon?
section of multiplayer.
The Gordon.
Gordon Freeman.
Gordo Freeman.
Hello,
my
Gordon.
God.
Hello, oh, Gordon.
Oh my fucking god. We've gotten that far, folks. We've gotten to this is a course critique stream part of the stream.
Yeah. This is the Jartcast speedrun.
Fuck.
So,
Yeah, 15 minutes, we're in lap 2.
there is...
Uh,
I mean this seriously, there is so much to love, but there is so much jank. A lot of the issues are relatively simple fixes, though. I don't envy the slope surgery you're gonna have to do at a later date, but a lot of this is really just a case of eliminating or clarifying paths that control players into thinking of the way forward is somewhere where it ain't. I have some issues with certain scenery objects being collidable, but Like, the use of the sprite-based signs in particular on the spiral is a little jarring to me. I think it's like at the exit of the first spiral section where you're almost forced to bonk the signs. Let me release my red. Oh god. And because the signs have like a physical extent apart from the wall, you can actually bonk them going forward and lose your momentum, even if like bump spark's in play.
That was a nice drift.
I wonder if you can just...
Goodbye.
Uh-oh.
His smile and optimism gone.
Did somebody say Orby?
I actually, like... So you've got a couple options here. You can add kill planes. You can add invisible walls. You can rework the geometry of the section to allow for fewer places where you can fall out. Or you can include a script that requires all players to sign a waiver before they play the course. So that you disclaim responsibility for their high blood pressure after they take one item hit and lose 45 seconds.
I don't understand what I mean by murder is okay sometimes. He's seen the light.
You can't do that!
The jartcast team does not officially endorse murder.
Is that assault on the window?
Is that what now?
Is that a murder is okay? Is that is
it on the bingo card?
I don't think it is this week.
It's not.
I think it's been on there before though.
Remember, it's personalized.
What are we talking about?
There's no more room for this course in my brain, so we have to move on, but we will return to it in net games.
Okay, but I will say one thing though. Wispy Woods in that one section is really good application of that.
The Wispy section is cute.
I just wanted to make some
vibing.
I would say for the
Oh
item
my
sets,
god, is that what you were doing?
Yes!
Application. Jesus, that was so bad it took a full 20 seconds.
Oh my god, what?
Glad it wasn't an app.
I was
Porter.
waiting for you to get that.
Porter.
Stretching like fucking Dawson here, Jesus.
Porter, we need to have a talk after the stream, okay? Just you and I. You and I.
Yeah, okay.
No.
There are some things that I will let slide, but that was not one of them.
You need me to build a
You,
shed?
me, and the sledgehammer with the Idolmaster decal on it.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I deserve
Next,
it.
from Plum 510, a new layout looking for general critiques. There's some custom sneaker panel flats. There's an Easter egg. The signpost is offset incorrectly. They like cheesecake. Let's go.
Let's go!
Construction gym.
You have a drift tour, alright.
What kind of gym are we constructing in here?
Okay, I like the
Those are
texture
much
work.
better
they do.
decorative arrows there. The ones that are like those, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Remember, you have options that are not the Crimson Core arrows. Thank you for illustrating this Plum. That was fucking confusing as hell, and I only survived on like a leap of faith turn.
That was wavy. Ooh. Where do I go?
This is reminding me of the one CTR bit. Ooh, what turn?
Yeah, that's
What turn?
That reminds me a lot of the one CTR map.
I remember seeing this map getting made in custom courses.
Yeah, so as far as upward slope into right angle turn, these are actually so is this the custom flat?
Ooh, look how smooth. How many frames?
That has to be like at least 32.
I was gonna point out the same thing Laz is. The way the dip is textured is like
Yeah, it doesn't read as traversable, and the fact that there's an alternate path that's not like... It's kind of ambiguously reachable as you're coming down, where it's like, do I want to route for that? What exactly is going on over there?
Okay, so it was half of my estimate. Okay. So, okay, one thing I do want to... Since this was a topic of discussion, like, literally 5 seconds ago, with situations like this, where you kind of have that half-pipe-like style set piece, I would actually see about possibly aligning this so that like the darker bits line up with the further sections of the left and right bits of the half pipe, because the best way to convey depth is to have the shadows hug the sides and have the
Yeah, I
light
agree.
shine
That's
down.
smart. Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense to me, as a dumb guy. This was a little bit of a weird transition for me. I felt kind of uneasy lining up because... Is this the first section of the map where a grate is used here? But like, grate plus very visible death pit. It took me a minute to like even interpret this as traversable.
The fear.
I would actually just change the color of that, like make it a white grate, you know?
Yeah, that would probably...
That
would stand out a lot better.
Yeah, the white against the dark green.
That warp
I think it
effect
would
is
affect
wild.
I just think it would affect the theming like a little bit.
Yeah, I actually dig the look of this though.
Yeah, I think that aesthetically, I especially like those the little what's their name? The pumping things.
The pistons?
The pistons, yeah.
So okay, I want to focus on one thing in particular, but I super appreciate this. You are actually using cylindrical textures properly and using Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
What? Why on earth is my ping like?
Goodbye, Chin.
See you later. So the barrels, right?
Okay, so the barrels are actually very, very smart with their texture work because they're complete cylinders, and you're actually using the shadows to wrap around that and form the shape of the barrel. Actually, very, very smart use of that texture.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me try reconnecting.
This, on approach, this is pretty uncomfortable. You have a sign, but you have no perception of depth or sight on the road. And if you're approaching at speed, you might not even know when the road drops out here. I think that is a little dodgy. I'll try to take the upper path next time.
There is no next time. Final lap.
But we replayed the course 200,000
Welcome
times.
back.
Sad.
No fun allowed, huh?
No, you could go through there.
Because there's that
There was
gap.
an opening. Yeah.
Still sounds pretty unfun allowed.
There used to not be a wall there. I saw that in a GIF once.
Supposedly it's still passable at sneaker speed.
Whoa. That's kind of dangerous.
That is... Because that's like that's a significant end of lap cut, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you've ever had your race stolen from you in Vanilla Hotel while someone sailed over your head completely uninteractable because of a set that they pulled a sneaker from that you could do nothing about, and you understand why end of lap cuts must be treated very, very carefully.
Yeah, that and Sapphire Coast.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
It's the upper path is also like in a darker area, so your eyes drawn away from it naturally.
Yeah.
I totally see how you would do that, I think.
Yeah.
You just gotta take it like really aggressively. Me too. I agree.
Oh. Sanju.
What's up?
You okay?
Buster Wolf?
Yeah.
One brain cell.
I mean, yeah.
One turn. You gotta wake up.
Oh yeah, you gotta take a really sharp angle for it, I see.
Yeah, you
I
kind of
hate
have to
this
like.
because I know that when I hit it, I'm gonna think it's cool, and then the moment somebody hits it against me in a net game, I'm gonna want it gone.
The negativity bias.
I mean, it's not like it can't be removed. Because, like, you
Okay,
can just,
Plum
like,
says it's
extend it.
impossible to hop over the fence now, so I guess my my mental model of the world ain't quite right. Seriously, I feel like it's a
Are you
blind
sure
hop.
about that? I'm pretty sure you could.
You'd have to go along the inside, I think. I don't think there's any way to get enough speed to go over it at the height without, like, hard sneakers or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
like
is
maybe start your
construction
drift
jet, right?
earlier.
I just realized I haven't been counting how long you've been trying this cut, so I can't mark it down as Tyron tries the cut for 20 minutes.
I'm very
You and the
concerned that I've started something beyond my control.
Yeah.
This is all your fault.
Alright, so as far as turn by turn goes, am I the only person who's like super uncomfortable with the way this is laid out?
No, I can see what you mean.
Yeah,
See it.
same.
There's not enough anticipation for something like that. Like, it... Okay, never mind. Like, cause I want you to go back and, like, approach this as you were, like, approaching the... Oh god, it's happening again, isn't it? Alright.
Goodbye,
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Does somebody want to put up a stream for Chinji?
It might be beneficial. Or I could just... Alright, thank you,
Good
Runa.
job, Runa.
Alright, so we'll approach this sneakerless as if I was like just driving the course naturally.
Yes. So, like, and then... Let me time this. 1, 2, 3, 4... You have, like, 3 seconds. Well, I don't know, that was kind of fast. But, like, you do have some warning, but I would extend that.
It's my concern is that you have to get really far down before you even understand where the edge of that wall and the path forward even is, because if you haven't seen the area before, this looks like it is just a solid wall, like it's a dead end with a right turn sign on it as a prank.
Yeah.
There's no indication that there's any way forward, and you have to get just about this close to even get a hint as to like where the inside of the turn actually is. And then you have to pull this far forward to realize that it's a slope or a drop-off down. And
like
while you're interpreting that, you then look at this and you're like, what the fuck is this? And you discover it's a half pipe as you are like already steering into it.
This looks like a good place to hide some items.
Oh man.
Why the fuck do you say that
so
with a big
here's-
reflection of like...
Very good.
I will do it! Something's up there, but it doesn't seem like we can go up.
Let's go over there, Knuckles.
Stop it!
No.
We have fun here.
Can you
Oh!
actually... You can probably slip tie that,
I saw
right?
that! It was so close. You gotta hit a really good angle.
Yeah.
I saw it. You were on the height level. No, that's too wide.
Indeed. Hello.
See ya.
Bye.
Ugh.
Was that happening, like, me timing out? Was that happening on any other course? Or was it just this one?
No.
Interesting.
Be very
it's happening
wary
again!
I'd be very, very fucking wary of trying to draw a pattern, but...
Question.
No, it happened again. Okay.
Was it like after
Oh,
Tyrone?
is it... I see. I think, maybe.
The square wave.
Ooh.
Hey there.
What is that?
That's cute. I like that.
So,
I'm gonna need everyone in chat. Frank or Z, immediately. This is an awareness check.
Baby.
Hit it.
Excellent.
I don't think you can. I think it's walled off. Yeah, it's walled off. Why would you even want to hit it, Trail? Are you that much of a monster?
I actually really appreciate this as Easter egg design.
why is the
That's
Chef Frank emote not called Baker Z?
Say what?
The world may never know.
Missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's a
Oh, you
lot
can
of
still get a red
Frank
too. So even if it's not possible to hop the fence, you can take that very far to the inside. Yeah,
I want to lab that.
I
see if
think
it's possible.
most of the upward slope turns here have an appropriate amount of anticipation and like signage from far enough away that they feel tense without feeling unfair. But the half-pipe sections feel like they could use a little bit of opening up so you can see what's going on earlier. And Chenji's proposed fixes to the way the half-pipe colors are organized are also probably worth doing.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are any other doors with secrets behind them. Probably not, right?
I did see that other
another door.
isolated-looking platform.
There's another door earlier in the map.
Okay then.
Alright, well, we'll have to see if somebody can fucking hit it in net games. I think... Man, I like the texture work here.
Yeah,
fucking just
very nice.
In general, I dig the visuals, and all it needs is a little bit of extra clarity on what are definitely the map's weirdest and most difficult to convey sections. So, I don't think a whole lot of work needs to be done here, honestly. I'm pretty satisfied with what I'm seeing. Single player glance. Alright, so L-Dog is... Are you asking me to kill myself? Please cast your body into the river when you finish on lap 3.
What?
So we have a sacrifice involved?
Is this a threat?
Warp back
Jartcast
to
goes
the
tribal.
escalator.
Looking for feedback on visuals and the S-turn after the bridge. Roger that.
Desert Rift Neos. Oh, this is the
Oh.
I was watching...
That is a good question. E?
Okay, hold on. Confession time.
Don't touch
I was
it.
definitely about to say Desert Bus out loud. Because I was watching Vine Sauce all last night.
Good job.
Amazing.
And you don't know what the fuck I thought I was gonna walk into.
Alright, Tyrone, you have to hit the cone. Slaw.
Desert Bus has been done on SRBT, but has it been done in cart?
No.
You failed
I
the
don't think
coffee
you-
break.
What do you mean those aren't solid? Ugh.
Why?
That's a skybox.
Yes, I'm being
Tyrone.
obtuse to make a point.
Oh!
Don't be so
Oh,
square.
Yeah, the little
oil
my
rigs.
God.
The
The
oil,
oil
rigs
rig.
are really nice.
The oil rig, yeah.
This is so pretty!
Whoa. Okay, so
The
part of
animation's
that
really
survived.
cool, too.
Why is that
Oh
sand
man,
off
this
road?
is uncanny.
Damn. Total makeover.
This is a really strange aesthetic for a map,
Why?
I like it.
Tyrone gets fucked over by muscle memory.
Whoa, hold
look
up,
at the
hold up.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
was-
fucking
there was
2.2
minecart.
minecart.
That's
Oh.
the
Yeah,
minecart!
Oh, that is a minecart.
Can you get in it?
The
Please.
minecart!
I doubt you can get into it. Yeah, you can. Whoa.
Oh,
L-Dog has been made too powerful with the addition of pushable things. And there it goes.
Yeah,
What
they
a
act,
cart.
on, they act on cart physics. That's amazing.
You've made fucking paper sprite pushables. What the fuck are you on, L-Dog?
I think is this who was it? Shaw Brother Lua? Or I want to fucking try and clip to the wall with it. My Skyrim instincts are kicking in. Ooh, future sight. Hello there.
It's a path
Is this an
over there.
actual?
Okay,
route?
it's happening again, so I might need to restart my game.
Roger that.
I don't know why the fuck this is happening.
I no longer actually know where I am anymore.
I think you're still on the track.
You're in Desert Rift Neos.
Okay, yeah, you're still, yeah.
Is this supposed to be more based on Arid Canyon now?
No.
I think it's just like a style change.
Alright, so let's take the wide and slow route here.
Super pretty now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you were supposed to turn
That's
there
awful,
just now,
huh?
despite the huge sign.
Off
The
the
river's
road.
a nice touch.
Grass.
too.
Now, how are you?
Oh wait,
how are
that's
you supposed
is
to
that
get up there?
reachable? I wonder.
I think
It
it's a
is.
slope.
There's a ramp before.
Okay.
Yeah, ramp, rather.
Whoa, current strong.
Seems really weird to read certain parts.
Yeah, this is... Visually, this is fucking wild. I love the architectural work, but this is in need. This is in serious need of some conveyance.
I was
There are a
gonna
couple
say,
turns
yeah.
that seem pretty blatant.
So, like, what you don't want to do is like you don't want to basically sample half of the textures. Oh my god, why the fuck does this keep happening? I'm just not gonna. I guess I'm not gonna be in the game. That sucks. But
Why?
Can't play games anymore.
Why is that darker? I mean, I guess it's
That's
supposed
the
to just
Easter
be
egg.
detailing.
Road work.
No, the
Yeah,
Easter
road
egg-
work, but,
Oh
like-
wait, you gotta cast yourself into the waterfall, supposedly.
Do not die.
For an item interaction that seems pretty plausible, I feel like it wouldn't be too bad to just like fence that off invisibly or otherwise to prevent people's races from getting ruined at the start boost.
yeah.
L-Dog says, what the
L-Dog,
fuck
I'm
are you
literally
doing?
driving on purpose to infuriate you. No, but like
So-
seriously. This is
Okay.
like... Go ahead.
Well, if you were about to make a point, you can go ahead and make it.
Well, this is just like... What is our rule about areas that the player never wants to be? Whoa!
Get me out of here.
Ooh.
I love
I
the
think that might-
renderer. I fucking love this game, man.
That's a good backdrop.
Anyway, no plausible reason for this to be traversable if you don't actually want to be there. And especially if, while the sign is fucking occluding the weird disjoint there, it looks plausible that there could be a path behind the sign. So,
Man.
once you've actually adjusted to the fact that this is the way forward... This is neat, but the signage I'm seeing is not for the turn that I'm currently confused about. Maybe some kind of indicator of like... Because you obviously, like, you've got the palm trees laid out here in such a way that it kind of like implies, hey, jump here, idiot. But the main and safer route is shadowed and not really... There's no attention called to it at all. Do you make this if you just drive straight? You super don't.
Get some speed.
Or at least not unless you're fucking... You like blue MT out of this and drive it straight. Okay, so I make it as an 8-speed on hard speed. You might not
Also, that
on other
that
stat
oil
box
rig is a little
speeds.
screwed on software.
Say again? Oh shit.
That oil rig is a little screwed on software. I'm getting like not quite a slime trail, but something akin to that. Specifically when you drive up to it.
Yeah. So
it's like rendering through the floor.
I'd light the safe path here and give it some signage because the jump is neither guaranteed nor like... I appreciate the subtle sign posting, but it's not gonna be a new player's preferred route. And it seems like this way around is almost as fast, depending on the way you exit here. So this is... We got the ramp over here.
Turning there still feels so weird. It looks like you're just sort of supposed to keep going just because of the way the path is curved, despite the fact that there's a big sign telling you to turn right and going down into the river.
Yeah, let me look at the angle of approach here.
I mean the turn before that, but yeah, that too.
So it's not obvious that it's well, you just haven't had any time to take note of the road properties outside of the river, but if you're an unprepared player launching off for the first time, you're definitely going to be on this far edge, I think. I'm not sure what I would do about that per se, but yeah, so you're being kind of funneled in here. Current's drawing you towards the center. This is a neat set piece, by the way, fucking under the bridge.
You couldn't do that.
Nice try.
But why?
Why not?
It's a text.
Funny.
Oh,
I saw one of these bits of fucking text in UPack the first time the other day. You know the first turn in the indoor section of Parking Lot Panic, where there's the big fucking sand pit on the outside? If you are in the sand pit driving out of the sand pit, there's a one-way texture that just reads, "Why are you here?" I watched my fucking boyfriend run into that while he was playing on the course for the first time. L-Dog's a dick!
The specific nice try tag actually was it was on a version of a Cascade Cascade Canyon, I think, where it's like it like legitimately like was used to block off one of the skips that people found, and it was really funny.
So I don't anticipate everyone having the conveyance problem that I had, but this is another one of those situations where like it's obvious that it was super important to you for it to feel like in the world here, this river continues and there's still like stuff down there. It's not just arbitrarily ending for the sake of the track. But because of that and like some ambiguous signage and a lack of signage on the actual entrance to the next section, it totally does look like you should be able to barrel down here and get to somewhere.
Yeah. Actually, something that is super underrated in a lot of maps is the effectiveness of elevation can still keep that set piece, but it can convey that, hey, this is where this is normally supposed to end, you know? Like maybe lower that waterfall.
Yeah, so something to draw attention to the entrance here as well, because again, it's shadowed. Players like bright things. Or at least they like contrast in general.
Why the hell does this keep happening?
Shenji is dead.
Do we want to Control-C the server when we try, like, net games? Because, like, this literally started happening out of nowhere.
Huh. It's weird that nobody else seems to be having any ping issues.
Yeah,
but,
I think there's a. Is there? No.
Wait.
Well,
this is my house now.
Eldog, why did you ask me if
Nice
Don't make me
water
say
texture. It's not flowing at all.
Wait,
just say it.
What? Don't make you say what?
Because why isn't there a secret behind the waterfall?
This is the
I'm
secret.
gonna go
I'm the
reset
secret.
my router.
Shenji, would it put your mind at
PvP
ease if I Control-C the server, or...?
I'm gonna go reset my router anyways, but go Control-C the server for net play testing. I'll be back in a little bit.
Roger
Shouldn't
that.
take long.
Hey.
I don't think that's bingo, Big Wumpa. I still haven't gotten a can you mow that. There's a you can mow that, but there hasn't been a can you mow that.
Yeah. So here we have, like, it might take exceptional stupidity, but I feel like you could read this as the way forward if you were at speed and panicked, or if other players were, like, distracting you. And that these paths should probably merge a little bit further up before the turn so that you don't have the opportunity to screw that up. Next turn here. This is a pretty tight little section. This pad is like death tier. Oh man. Tell me.
Bomb barrels.
Oh no.
Miss.
Huh. Just a little disappointed.
Do they not actually work? Or are they just like...
Yeah, I don't think you could hit bomb barrels with items.
I don't want to know how this fucking performs in software, but this set piece is super cool, by the way.
Really good.
Wait.
A lot of people will resort to, like, just yeeting you into the air with a boost ramp to get altitude back to the start of the fucking race. This feels very
elevator?
Yeah, Tyrone, go in the elevator real quick.
Oh.
Perfect opportunity. Why?
Then get it off.
So you'll make the area behind the sign drivable, but you won't let me go on the elevator?
Imagine if you could go
Where's
in there.
your childlike sense of wonder, L-Dog?
Where should it take you? Where should it take you?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
It will move eventually, but I can't get the line to fix the meters to work. That's a mood bug.
Alright.
Wow, was that the first time we finished that one?
Yeah.
I think so.
L-Dog's visuals, man. I'm not afraid to admit I have a soft spot for the visual design of all of his courses, and I think most of the conveyance issues here are fixed pretty easily with like a sector light level change and a sign or two stuck on.
Oh, that's why.
The only place that requires... Oh, yeah. See, you look at how far you get launched off that. I feel like you could probably tone that down a little bit. it should probably dump a player moving at like reasonable speed and drift storing directly into the river instead of directly outside of the river.
Ooh. Okay, so there's a section that isn't walled off that I
That was a shortcut. You just moved it.
Rocks.
Okay, can you mow that?
It doesn't.
I feel
You
like
don't get
because
to
of the
fucking
narrow-
fill it out on the card if you ask the question yourself.
Wait, is that another
Yeah, I
way?
know.
There's another opening there.
Yeah, it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Hmm?
If it was specifically for the bingo, then it
Here.
doesn't count.
Another
That's the
opening.
rule.
That's another elevator. That's part of the elevator.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could just ride the elevator and like there was no reason to do it. You could just tan.
Can I get a Black Mesa curve map where you can just do that?
Welcome to City 17.
Welcome to cities. Yo, what about a race car track that just the entirety of it is just the opening section? Like you're on the train.
I fucking want that now! It's just 3 entire minutes of a fucking tram speaking to you!
Oh my god.
Man, I had a plan for something adjacent to that for one of my servers. Not like... Not the aesthetic, but like the mechanics of that. And y'all are making me want to do it.
Hey Tyrone, there's something here I want to show you.
Okay.
So keep driving. Just keep driving normally, and I'll tell you when to stop.
5 seconds late.
Right about here. Okay, now go around to that area right there.
Okay.
Like around the fence. And then just go down. Just go down this route.
That's scary.
There it is again.
You here? You here?
This is actually actively and intentionally breaking the rule of don't let players go places they don't want to be.
Just
That is so good.
Oh.
I think
think
this
to
one
be
is
honest,
okay though. I feel like you
That one-
probably have to do something pretty willfully insane to actually make it down there when it's shadowed so heavily and so clearly marked as somewhere you don't want to be versus the bright and high contrast opening to the next section.
Yeah.
Oh man. That might actually be a fun drift, hold on.
Dorito.
Put it on the next bingo card. Why are you here?
Giving people ideas.
That's not how you're
So
supposed to
you
get that rainbow.
You go wide and then hit that.
Wait, is there something underneath the platform? Oh wait, no, that's just...
We're building.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, thank you. But yeah, I dig what's here.
Yeah, this course is really good.
It
Not
is
wait for
crazy
that
to watch the scale of your layouts get more and more insane over time.
Did we hit the finish line? I wasn't paying attention.
But yeah, someone asked about the river thing. Yeah, you can just sort of yeet yourself off the bridge the final lap.
Yeah, I
and it'll
noticed
count.
that. It'll kill you on the other laps, but for some reason...
Is it
trying
faster?
to fucking...
Is it faster?
Who cares if it's faster? You get to go swimming. Peace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that looks way
faster.
faster. That's right. That's before
Finish
the.
line's closer.
That's way before the finish.
See ya, Tyro.
I think the
Get the
bulk of that is
mishaps.
going to be people discovering conveyance issues during net games.
You can always go
But I
back
think
and
I
start the
touched
latest
on
one, and
everything that seemed egregious to me from the start.
honestly, the entire Kirby map is worthy of a highlight.
And we got one more.
We already gone through multiple
Alright, and we have another first mapper, I think. Tag themselves as Unusual Infuriation.
Unusual, huh?
Significantly unfinished, looking for feedback on track width, detailing, expecting random texture issues. Map also surpasses 32k in width, so there may be issues relating to that.
Oh boy.
Oh
no,
boy,
dude,
this
what the
sounds
fuck did you
this sounds
do?
like a great thing to save for last.
I'm excited.
One fear.
Oh, what is this?
Togue.
Og.
Togue.
Togue!
Running in the 90s?
What
F
the?
Sky 1.
Nice
Oh,
sky
no.
texture,
What the-
idiot.
I
What is
didn't.
going on?
Why is that a thought barrier?
What the fuck? I have a lot.
There's a specific
You tested
energy
this
to
on normal speed with your favorite stat block and never tested anything else. Oh my goodness.
What is that?
I'm getting serious. This reminds me of Cole's pack. No offense. That's
Are
just.
we in map hell?
I'm dreaming. This is
Oh
a
my
dream.
god!
What is
This is straight out of the fucking Twilight Zone. This is some Twilight Zone shit.
This is outsider art.
Listen, I'm currently.
Oh, I can't actually do it!
Get me out of here!
This is like a coma. This is a coma-induced nightmare. I want to wake up.
It's sloped and the slope has physics.
Why are there swings up there?
What? Huh?
Wait.
Why
Wait.
was there?
Wait.
Is that a cut?
No, that's the.
Where am I going?
intended
Oh god.
I
Hello!
have no idea where you're
Wait.
going. This map is a
This is literally a fucking fever dream.
Oh,
Doesn't end.
You're in jail, Joe.
Oh, I can't breathe.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Rudy, can you post the sound file, please?
Can we make our laughter into a horn?
Thank you so much for this. This is a gift.
At least I know that my first map won't be like this.
Fuck Unis Hell. Fuck Splashdown. Tooge is where it's at.
I'll be honest. I was legitimately thinking earlier in the stream.
Wait.
I'll make my first map, and I'll intentionally commit
that's
every
the end.
single thing that I can think of.
yeah.
Even if I did that, I would not be able to compete with this.
Oh my.
I'm
Where are you?
Are we ever gonna do?
I'm assuming this is the end of where they've mapped.
This is the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to do turn by turns, or are we just gonna?
Okay. Dude. Okay. Does somebody with mapping experience want to quote me the number on the recommended minimum track width?
I think it's like 768.
Look at those sky textures. I'm still not over that.
This seems like it's
It's a visual
bordering on
glitch
640 or 512.
That's just
Like, this would be a definite mob scale map. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the most straightforward way you can fix the majority of this map's issues would be just to mob scale it, because there's too much geometry for you to manually widen every road, I think, but sequences like this are not okay.
I'm gonna be upset if I'm still having ping issues, because I want to fucking net game test this.
No, I'm genuinely looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
Oh my god!
I am really excited.
Doesn't really have a finish line though.
The tiny
The finish line is in our hearts.
I see.
You can't even hit the springs because you get launched
Just
off the boost pad.
This.
The boost pad with no boost.
I had nothing left
with
to
no
describe
boost.
my feelings on this. Wait.
There's something immensely powerful.
Why is it using
about,
finish line textures?
about hearing
Yeah.
the Genesis remix of
Wait, when did you?
Yeah,
when did
running
you
in
get
the
a lap? When did you
90s.
get a lap? When did you
Wait.
get a lap?
Hit sneakers, hit sneakers.
No.
Need more sneakers.
Climb the wall, Tyrone.
No. You need to get more fucking stamina upgrades.
Ascend.
You need to go to the shrine and trade your orb for stamina.
God.
That way.
I'm losing my mind.
I'm losing
Okay.
my shit.
So,
That way. That way, idiot. That way.
I want to make it exceptionally clear. Nobody is laughing at the creator of this track.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, no.
No.
It's awesome that you put this together, and it's awesome that you submitted, and it's awesome that you are willing to make yourself vulnerable to critique. People are losing their fucking minds because this breaks every single established rule of mapping that any of us are familiar with.
Yep.
And in spite of that, it can continue to slap.
Because the fucking soul of humor, the engine that makes shit funny, is subverting your expectations. And oh fucking boy does this do that.
What is going on?
This part's nice.
Yeah, no,
There's just rows of hilltop trees.
You did it. Good job.
Commendable. This is commendable.
I like this part. This part's my
This is
favorite.
some kind of transition into something that might be different. Yeah, I think this is rough in a lot of places, so instead of doing a proper turn-by-turn, I guess we'll just hit you with, like, guidelines that you might want to consider in the future.
Wait, Tyrone, go back. Don't hit the spring.
Fucking bingo card.
Don't hit the springs, but like, you see that gap? Go through the gap real quick. I want to see if like, oh, at least that's a death bit. I want to see if that was at least a death bit.
Oh, the zombies there is death bits though.
So, really narrow track throughout. Could be an interesting challenge as like kind of a trials sort of deal for a single player, but if there's any intention of playing it in net games, player collisions will quickly make something like that unplayable. This in particular is like,
I wonder if
alright, I'm gonna go. This slope makes me feel a very particular way. I'm gonna go find one of my favorite images.
Oh no.
Hold on, where are we?
I'm just.
I think this is the image I'm looking for. View image. So, that outward slope. This is, and I'll post in voice text as well. This is the only thing I can think of when I see that.
Yes. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Who thought it was even remotely okay?
Who thought?
This is so fucking brutal, dude. If you put even a toe out of line, it fucking drags you into hell until you can bonk yourself out with a wall. These are like absurdly brutal turns. So, this is blind. Generally speaking, people should be able to see where they're going. And if you can't design your course in such a way that that's possible, then you need to give them a lot of time to adjust to where they end up being, and you need to give them signage to set their expectations.
We're highlighting this whole thing afterwards, right?
Yes. This is just a drop into hell, and the fucking culling here makes a couple things very confusing. This is a method of height gain to connect the track that I have never seen before. And I kind of think it's awesome.
What is to the right?
But now it's completely unclear where the hell you are actually trying to be, because there's like literally no visibility on the path forward.
You said very confusing on time to the beat.
Is that a road there? Oh wait, no, that was...
We're getting a lot of conflicting signage.
Wait, where are we? Wait, where?
Turns out,
Oh yeah, up there.
It goes nowhere.
it's through here, which wasn't really pointed to adequately.
We made it. Feels like I'm traveling to another dimension.
Let's just say this. To the creator, we are very much looking forward to seeing your progress.
I am actually curious to see how much of this can be salvaged if it's mob scaled. But like, holy hell, what a first entry.
At least on the X and Y axis, you could basically salvage most of that. It's you'd probably have to lower some slopes and stuff to get everything else to behave. But...
Alright. So I think that's what we've got to go through at the moment. So on Shenji's request, I'm going to Control-C the server before we start night game testing. Everyone should be able to rejoin instantly, but I'm going to shut things down really quickly.
And if this doesn't fix it, considering the fact that I've reset my router, I don't know what the fuck is causing it. I'll have to look into that. But
save game corrupted. Oh.
Get owned, idiot.
What does that mean?
I have no idea what happens.
Was that why that was happening?
I actually got that for the first time the other day on like some other fucking modded server. It's apparently something that just happens to people sometimes.
I don't think it actually deletes your save though.
Yeah, my save was fine.
My save's fine, yeah.
I think corrupted save game refers to like the game state you get from the server. Like it wasn't able to parse it correctly. I also have a ping and cart crew that I'm going to check really quickly while everyone is reconnecting. Alright. So real quick, let's get hooked up again.
Oh no, are we doing the
stage 3?
Oh, Genji, is it better now?
It's better right now, but for some reason it seems to happen like after 1 or 2 minutes of playing. So,
that's strange.
Watch out.
So as you can probably hear, they had some fun with the rigging system while I was out.
I mean,
that's
you left
probably
for
about
game
20 SPBs.
Watch out!
Uh-oh.
I got it.
Watch out!
Beautiful.
Oh!
Alright, already?
Yep.
Forgive me if I'm clearing my throat a lot after what just happened. My fucking throat is dead from all that.
I could barely breathe. That was so much fun.
Oh, that was a fever.
Alright, the net game rundown. First up, Starman 91 Sloppy Sludge Zone.
Someone play Chow with me.
There's so much packed in tonight that I almost forgot I was looking forward to trying this.
Oh yeah, this feels like a lifetime ago at this point.
Oh no bumps part.
This feels like last week's stream,
No,
except there
Bumps
was
Part's
no
on.
last week.
Yeah, bump part's definitely on.
Well, you lost one
okay,
of your
so
rockets.
far it's behaving. I don't
I
want
lost
to
the
jinx
other one,
it, but I think I'm good.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, I got hit.
Ooh. It's a rough exit for sure.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I'm watching
pretty-
everybody behind me also bump. Yo, the
Everyone gets
fucking
separate.
midline launches ball hogs straight up. That's
Makes me
fucking
so happy.
awesome. Whoa.
Oh, they got blacked for me, I think.
Maybe in a multiplayer setup that you have more incentive to dip in and out of the low friction areas. They're better teaching tools than I thought.
Okay, so one interesting thing about I think it's supposed to be mud is the fact that while you're in grow, you're bobbing up and down in it.
Huh.
Okay, I've figured out why this map feels a lot bigger than it actually is. They're doing the skybox trick. That's actually clever. Like, they're lining up their skybox with their map pixel perfect. Like,
Get destroyed, Porter.
Yeah, thanks, 12.
Better watch out.
Me too.
Oh, that was... For a second I went to space there, but I think I'm good.
Did I hit someone with that?
Why, Griff?
Why not?
Based on what?
Based on...
Bonk! Girl reading this.
This is based on Sega Rally.
The girl reading this.
Yeah,
Based
it's
on
based on
Okie
the
Dokie
girl
Panic.
reading this. Oh my fucking god!
That's the Uno reverse card of the century.
Too.
Hey, safe sneakers, please don't break on me during a public stream. Okay, thanks. I spent fucking 3 cocaine-fueled Lua Nightmare days on those.
Did Ibuki, like, breathe on me wrong and I'm dead?
Perhaps. Also, I like the little detail that that metal pole is what like keeps the signpost up.
No, I had no idea where I was in the pack the entire time, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it does make you feel weirdly disconnected when you're shunted onto an alternate lane.
I had no idea what place I was in the entire race.
Looks like we got ourselves an old-fashioned Sega Rally Championship.
We gotta do Encore.
Encore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did we try it before? Yeah.
Cart Encore.
Don't wiggle.
Don't mind the fact that I can't fucking spell today.
It happens.
Happens to the best of us.
Charge! Alright! Hey!
Oh my god, that was a direct hit. And I got directly shat on. Oh!
The direct shit, you mean?
Yeah.
Boo! Yeah, the inside of the midline feels a little bit unnecessarily punishing.
It was so easy.
Maybe I'm scrub coding, maybe I'm not driving as well as I thought I did today, but it seems like the rebound is pretty rough, especially for an object that feels intuitively like it should be a fucking slope. I see somebody playing fucking Sothis and I'm like, Gunma?
Yeah.
It's the ghost
Exactly.
of Gunma.
Bonk.
The ghost of Gundam.
Oh god, I started.
I had an idea for host mod clan tags.
Oh, okay, that's really cool.
I might restrict host mod clan tags to 5 letters again, and then have them do fucking overhead names like in Smash. Because
they're
it's
kind of doing
plausible
that
to actually build an overhead name.
They're doing the Mario Kart DS name tags in V2.
Yeah. I don't think that there's... You can't port those from Lua. You can't do that in screen space. It is not possible. So...
Yeah.
But there's something very cozy about being able to instantly identify people by name.
I tried to punt your mine, but I forgot I had rotating Orbeez.
Can't do that.
So it just exploded instead.
I hit someone's mine.
That's probably mine.
Yeah, I get it. Mine.
We went from the greatest humor in the world to the worst humor in the world so quickly.
Good.
Listen,
I appreciate how
geez.
quickly this map turned into like 1v1s actually.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! If you use
and
grow
also
on the
breaking
weird,
up. Go ahead.
so like,
What was that?
okay.
I am stuck. I am literally.
Really quickly. If you use grow on anywhere in the like sludge/water section, you just start to bounce.
Yeah, I was commenting about that. Like you bob when you're using.
I got stuck on a wall. I was like growing, and I was stuck on a wall for a few minutes. Like there was just an invisible wall in front of me.
Yeah. Also, I'm saving that replay because Tyrone, you want to know what happened? I tossed that Jaws while I was on the other route from you, and it actually hit you.
It took the ramp and it flew into the sky and fell on top of you. I saw it from behind.
I almost actually.
Airtime. Can't defend from this one.
Alright, next up, map UG. This is Professor Renderer's Beige Beach.
It rhymes.
Oh, hey, that's Tyrone.
It's alliteration.
We Sonic CD now.
going this way.
I Sonic CD what you did there.
What?
Listen, I'm still saying we need to have a talk after the stream. I don't appreciate what you said earlier, and I'm a little disappointed in you.
Do you need a shed? I can build one real quick.
Here's the thing, right?
Hi, Knuckles and Sonic 2, what you did there.
I consider myself one of the people who make the most puns on the show, but apparently not.
Nope. I am the king.
There's a reason why Porter is getting kicked from the server as a fucking bingo space. Let's not beat around the bush.
I punted that mine. I'm taking the replay.
No, I should have used the ghost.
That is the most humiliating mine hit I've ever taken in my life.
It was hilarious. We'll do again.
Because I tried what any fucking red-blooded American would try. You mine the landing point of the jump, it's what's done. But the angle was just right.
Hey, bounce off me. No.
Oh god. You
What?
too.
Oh
what?
my god.
Oh,
Hey,
see ya.
bump code is fixed, just letting you know.
I should probably use this.
No!
It was for my own safety, not yours.
Just seeing a fucking Chowturn rainbow behind me was the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Why do I have another?
Eve is fine though. I'm used to that.
I have 4.
Wait, oh my god, I fell off the map and I was facing the wrong direction when I respawned.
Alright, let's see if Grow kills me.
Oops.
I went back a considerable distance and was also facing back towards the donut.
I don't want to use invincibility here because then I don't get the friction.
Oh, there goes the sign. Aw. Oh, it stops.
Sad.
The sign slides, then it stops. Sad.
Okay, hold on. Let me... Okay, we'll actually... I feel like we should probably talk about our fucking impressions of a course right after we're done with the test plays, instead of saving it all for the end so everything's fresh in our head. So we'll talk about the last course and this course after the Encore run.
Bringing it all back.
Round 1.
Oh.
AR.
Let me reach that island.
Oh my god, how did I
hit
manage to
horn
get
on
myself
reflex.
that? Out of everyone in the pack, how did I hit myself?
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Relatable.
Fuck.
You.
Yeah, that's a rough landing. Man.
Yeah, try to drift store that. That is really awkward.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Why, Runa?
What happened?
That's a
I
prize.
got hit in midair and I plummeted to the sea.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Runa got hit in the air and she just was stuck in midair until she just dropped. Like she descended. Oh!
What?
I almost died from that.
We're just making Street Fighter the movie the game noises now?
No, this is I don't.
Oh my god! Whoever did that, fuck off!
I didn't do that.
I don't know who was playing as Pink Metal Sonic, but whoever did, like, fucking pushed me almost to, like the death plane.
Get back
Is
here.
it like a purple?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I don't remember coming in contact with anyone though, so I don't know what the heck just happened.
Great.
Oh no! I did it to myself. Do that, get back here.
Today I will ruin
man,
lives.
I almost did with that.
That's not one life can ruin.
It's okay, the wind pushed all of you down.
Getting speed items at the end sucks, because then you don't get the friction.
I was trying to see what mirrored water and water and water and water would look like.
There is no water. Die. All right,
What are you
so
talking about? There's an entire ocean.
impressions on, before we forget about it, Sega Rally Mudfest 2.
I like it.
Floor's open.
I like it.
I like it. I agree with what you say about the middle bumper bump.
Same.
What?
I still don't like the fact that when you're in growth state, you just bob in the mud instead of like actually controlling where you're driving.
Echoing off of what I said earlier, I do feel like it could vary, like with its texture work, just a little bit without making too much of a like loud and noisy palette. Just having a few like variations of
microphone.
the same tone. But I do like it. It's a very solid course, and I do like the gimmick. Very, very like Crazy Eights if it were done differently.
All right.
Oh, it's blue water. That explains a lot.
So, then Professor Renderers, what the fuck is this map called again? Please save me.
Beige Beach?
Beige Beach.
There we go. I don't remember the fucking names of courses in the vanilla game, by the way.
Yeah,
In
neither
that
do
game,
I.
The
Also-
giant circular area doesn't feel like it matters too much. Like it's there and it's fine. I think it's okay. You just didn't see much of it. It feels like it's a little empty. That's the thing.
I commented on
Yeah.
it when we were talking about it in turn by turns, but the thing was I was muted so no one could hear. But it kind of just reminds me of like the fountain in that one Mario Kart map. I can't remember the name of. Like yeah,
Delfina Plaza?
I don't think it was that. No, I don't think it was. I think it was like the one with Luigi and Daisy, the Luigi and Daisy statue.
Oh, Daisy
Oh, the one from
Circuit.
Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If there was one thing that I had to say that wasn't said already in the turn by turn, it was that the turn leading up to the jump at the end, you don't really get sight of that until you're like at the top of it because it's the top of an upward slope. So like I always found myself not turning quickly enough.
So Professor Renderer is saying that he's going to try populating that circle.
I don't really know what you can do with that area, but I'm also a dumb guy, so I look forward to seeing what you and the approach you take.
I didn't notice this until just now, but Starman commented, Chenji saying fuck feels very cursed somehow. Then you don't realize that that's part of my regular vocabulary. I use it as punctuation.
You don't watch your favorite series get turned into gacha games without knowing the word fuck.
Yeah. Where's my 40? Where's my 40? I'm just gonna chug that.
No, you can't drink.
I joke. I kid.
One of my housemates has company over, and we've been buying so much booze and weird food recently.
We kind of figured that out, Renderer.
Did you know they make matcha-flavored Kit Kats?
Yeah, they're tasty.
Yo, based?
You talked about that before the stream too.
Matcha, not just like the fucking salt ichiberry stuff, but like matcha. I've never even fucking thought of that. I swear to God,
Japanese airport.
in the last
Pick
3
up.
or 4 days, I have had so many fucking things with matcha in them.
So are we heading to the next
cake,
map
too.
then?
Yeah, map Z2. This is. Okay, wait.
There
Encore
are
still
so
on, I
many flavors of
think.
Kit Kats in like overseas.
Yeah, I swear there was like a
crazy.
wasabi
We
Kit
get
Kat.
only regular ones.
Oh wait, no, we can't actually do this shit.
We can't. Oh.
Alright, War Dogs, we do a beach invasion.
I mean, we could. It just we should.
It's outdated.
I'd rather
Sure.
not unintentionally show off something that somebody's
I
disavowed.
boosted past the items there. Boosted past the items. Is that supposed to happen?
You passed the item, bro.
Wow, that fake item.
You better
mark
not pull
bounced
trash.
off the item. Move, Tyrone. I'm hitting you with that because you're in my way.
Oh my God! Someone hit me onto the cut.
That was a primal laugh.
Oh,
Jesus
I fucked
Christ.
it up though. That's a weird turn, actually. Seemed a little visually confusing to me when I was like taking it while distracted by something.
Ooh.
Hit somebody.
Oh yeah, I can use these. Whee!
I don't trust that Orbinaut I threw.
I trust it.
I mean,
Mine!
Let's not all beat around the bush.
What?
Okay.
Why is that not
So you're
actually-
getting 2 sledgehammers, you realize, right?
Well, it must normally have items there, but the item wasn't
That's my
there, so I
last
didn't
one, I
get it.
swear.
I doubt that.
I swear.
I doubt it.
No more.
I seriously doubt it.
Porter, if you do one more,
Eh.
do one more, so help me God.
I will literally drink
Yeah.
water.
I will literally drink water.
I mean, okay.
Porter, don't
That's
you
your
know?
fault.
Everybody who's drank water at least one point in their life has died.
I mean, that's
Shit, can't argue with science.
correct.
Did you know breathing?
Time to celebrate.
Everybody who has breathed at one point in their life has died.
I'm here to tell you
I
about
mean-
the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide.
Oh fuck! Don't get me
It
started.
even has the word die in it.
I feel like I'm robbing people with those double draws.
Okay, so the chorus, huh? Oh wait, we have to do on
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, man, this has been refined so much, though.
Yeah, it's come a long way since it first came to the jartcast.
It's not even flat anymore. It didn't even have to be not flat, but it's now not flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually going to the effort to fucking, like, slope and bank turns. That's, like... Everything I've ever heard about dealing with slopes from mappers suggests that it's the worst thing on the planet, and yet...
Yeah, slopes are not fun.
You can get used to them.
Yeah, I guess, but I just can't wait for UDMF to make it easy.
Oh no, fucking totally. Like, word, absolutely. I do want UDMF support. It's just... God, I think it's gonna be a while. Except for that one, what is it, like, fork? That was
Wait, where
shown
am I
off
facing?
in Death Leaks not a while, like, not too long ago. That actually looks pretty solid.
I'm pretty sure it was. Someone said it was planned for 2.2.7, but it might be some.
No, I got bumped into it.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, there's a feature branch for it that has a lot of stuff, but is missing too many things to block it from release.
Oh my fucking Runa!
You did what?
You like that?
Oh, that was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was. Oh.
Oh, the crawl spun me out. Fucking rat bastard.
I'm always going way too quick to get the first cut in the indoor section, even if I have the item I need.
Yeah, that entry is still a little tough, huh?
It's kind of hard to chain two shortcuts together for me.
I'm also not really sure what the purpose of the second shortcut is, because it doesn't really feel like it's...
no, I know what you mean, where, like, the item finishes rolling just as you're passing the cut.
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, but more what I mean is that, or rather the third cut, I'm thinking of the third cut, when it's not really a cut at all, it's the bridge. It's like, there's supposed to be items there, right?
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
We're in a circle.
I'm streaming,
We're
but
in a
you can
circle,
drop
no!
that here.
Dude, this is Lurafon, it's delicious.
What the fuck is this?
It's fucking amazing.
It smells like the greatest thing I've ever fucking beheld.
Can I have some?
I would like to share. I would like a taste. Oh.
Just teleport it
Great.
over.
Okay,
Why?
I have to set this aside and not think about how there's a plate of savory, delicious goodness in front of me. The course!
Yeah,
What
the
is
course. It's really good. It's gotten a lot of improvements, and I think it's a really solid course.
I like it.
I like. I think the one thing that I still don't really like about it is the is the upward slope near the beginning. I think that's still pretty blind, and I definitely accidentally drove into the off-road without.
I do that every
meaning
lap.
Show us the food. I am in pitch fucking blackness right now. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Can you at least tell us the food?
Tell us the food.
Honestly, they fucking West and his friend came back from a fucking Chinese food market today, so I can't promise that I can name everything that's in here. I know they were like, they're preparing tea eggs. There's like several different kinds of meat. We got some rice. I can identify a vegetable that I can't identify.
Seaside saying, take a picture after the stream and show us in Discord.
Join the jartcast server, by the way, please.
Take a picture after the stream. Okay, takes picture of own stomach.
Get fucked. Early shill, by the way.
You okay there, Trail?
So, right. What I wanted to say was, this is probably just because I'm absolutely smooth brained, but that section after the indoor section where you're like on a path, and like there's two different paths that both lead to the next section. I went a full loop like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's always a danger with those kinds of sections.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like it's like I never had that problem any other time, so I don't know if it's just because I was an idiot or if signposting could be improved.
Yeah, it might be something to revisit and check against. Alright, so Miko 27's Wild Ride up next.
Yo, let's go!
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Please join the link Tyrone posted, by the way. Oh boy.
Nice. Okay, wait. Cyron is in here.
Tyrone.
Oh shit!
Oh,
no. Tyrone.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Waddle Dee!
Oh no, the checkpoint!
Tyrone, you can kill the Waddle Dees!
Bandana D
kill
for
the Waddle
Smash.
Dees!
From downtown.
It was from downtown.
Are we all in first?
I'm sorry!
Wait, what's going on with the placements? I'm in first?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were saying during the
waypoint.
stream, Cyrone's gonna hate this map, and
Poor Tyrone, oh
I'm angry, no talk me.
Tyrone dies. Good.
And what's the path?
I'm gonna stop and get this item.
Miko
No, I
says, oh, forgot the waypoints.
What do you mean?
Is Cyron parked at the start of the course protecting a Waddle Dee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm gonna
that's valid. That's absolutely valid.
Never mind, it reminded me.
Good.
Oh god.
Oh. Get it.
Local mom protects her child, more at 11.
That's pretty good.
You too, Porter, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone! That was just
Everybody.
That might be an issue.
I just noticed this is not the full loop of the
Oh. That was a pretty good representation of Lemmings right there.
Get off of me!
Oh.
I'm throwing this that way. One yeah.
What?
That's the sound it makes. You need to play Super Kirby Clash to get it. But also give me your money.
Give Magalore your money.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is there something you're not telling us, Trail?
I'm saying that Super Kirby Clash is a gacha in disguise.
Well, I mean, on principle, I won't do that then. But
You have to pay Magalore. He's a friendly character.
Oh,
He wants your apples.
you have to buy.
That is a pretty far spawn.
No, attack. No.
I have
Just gonna say, I'm very deeply unsure about there being no spring graphics on the cloud section.
yeah, there should be some way to convey. Oh god.
Wait, so is Kirby's house actually a secret? Can you go in there?
No.
I ran directly through it and fell out of the world. Oh, see you later, Julie.
Julie.
Take care, Julie.
See you, Julie.
Later, Julie.
But yeah.
It wasn't leaving.
Oh, wait. Wait, she wasn't. Oh, wait. Oh.
Julie fucking drove through the signs at the top of the fucking loop and died.
Oh, I see.
Oh my god!
I appreciate that everyone's trying to be courteous, but
Smooth brain hours.
the death is metaphorical.
This is a
Hey,
course
Jen-
critique stream, by the way.
Hey, Chenji, do you have your bottle of water near you?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how like you always have to get back
Do you
on the
need me
road.
to use it to metaphorically wring your neck after that fucking pun?
Only
Because I
metaphorically.
No, but for the one I'm about to make, which is it do Kirby like that sometimes.
Hey, Daryl
Porter,
and
you're
Daryl's
done.
stream.
You're done. You're done. You're fucking done. You're done. I'm sorry.
You caught us
Porter,
at the
I'm
end of a course critique stream. Welcome to Weird Shit.
I'm getting the fucking shotgun, Porter. You're done.
What did Porter say?
Oh my god, my god, my god.
You want me to repeat it, Griff?
Sure.
It do Kirby like that sometimes.
If you're here for
Fucking hell. Die immediately.
He died when he just died.
Hey Julie, type kick 06 in the console.
You won! No.
Oh, she's not.
8 months from Wolves, who says for everyone and players that get the fuck out of here.
Thank you,
I'm
Julie, for
refunding
loading
that.
the shotgun.
There's a lot of banana peels. How did I manage to avoid them all?
Oh my god, the second slope is so jank, it's beautiful.
Wait, we got a raid? What the fuck?
Yeah, we got a raid.
That's one of my housemates.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
What do
I was
you
gonna say,
mean?
Maple, nothing to worry
Checkpoint is
about.
all the way back here. I'm gonna launch straight into that Gordon again and die.
Gordon?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can completely miss this, but in the set of diagonal blue springs, it's actually on top of a sneaker panel section, and you can just swoosh through them, like through the gap in the springs.
Swoosh right in?
Yeah, you can swoosh right in.
Watch me swoosh.
I, Anime Shaggy Rogers, can confirm this.
Anime Shaggy Rogers.
We have lost all contact with the outside world. You have now entered the jartcast vortex.
Join the
Shit.
jartcast server, by the way.
No.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot to talk about after we're done the stream.
The Jortex! Ooh, that's...
That is the
Make that a
worst
thing of
thing
the
I've
bingo.
ever heard.
Can we rename the jartcast server to that?
Oh.
I think we have to now.
No, that needs to just be the general chat. Like, that's what it needs to be called.
Jortex.
Yes. Jortex.
Okay.
Wait, no. What, you know what's even better than Jortex texting?
Of course I die on the last fucking turn.
Made it.
I'm gonna tab out and change that right now.
Oh my god, what just happened? What was that?
I heard somebody checkpoint beep.
I went between two signs at the top of the butter building and just flew right off the map.
Yeah.
Death.
I thought there was a wall back there, but there's not. If you don't hit the signs, you just fly off.
Has Samurai never seen Cookie Country, actually?
Like
has
that.
she?
Someone made an
I'm
entire
not sure.
country of cookies.
She hasn't. Oh.
Alright.
You would like it. There are wallabies in it.
How are
You
we
can't hurt
feeling
That's
about Kirby Dreamland?
Lots of mixed feelings.
I don't understand where I'm going.
The
Regarding
weakest
the
part is
two-
the sea and islands part.
I think I agree with that.
Two things I have to say about regarding the that weren't brought up in the turn-by-turn. First of all, at the top of Butter Building, you can hit the signs, but there's no wall behind them, so if you happen to be positioned perfectly between them, you just fly right off and die.
Well, actually, you don't even die. You like fall back down to the
You do fall back down, but if you're going at high enough of a speed, then you go into
Oh
the
my
water and
god.
die.
Someone
But
in the
if you
chat
don't, if
said-
you're not going fast enough, then you do just go back down to the middle of the tower. So either way, you're just going way back.
Griff, I see what you were looking at. Someone commented
Yeah.
a Jortex of emotions.
Yeah.
Second of all, oh my god.
Curse.
Second of all,
Short. I'm so tired.
Course critique stream.
Course critique
Oh,
stream,
I
everybody.
love how other people are joining in on this fucking fun.
Hey,
day.
Griff.
Join the short text.
Okay, so the other thing that okay, yep, understood. Okay, so the other thing that I had to say was that because of the way that the bouncing works, you always have to get back on the main road to be able to clear the small gaps between the clouds, because if you try to do it with the speed of bouncing off the clouds, then it just doesn't work. So like you have to know to specifically not go forward toward the on road, but just go directly toward the on road, because if you try to like course correct and also go forward at the same time, then you're very likely to just bounce right into it.
Yeah, I don't think that entire section needs to be spring panels. I think you could preserve a lot of the flavor of that while locking people to the intended paths.
Yeah, that, or by just not having the gaps between the clouds as much.
Mhm.
So that way, like, because like
If you're gonna commit to a freeform section, then it needs to not randomly have camouflage death bits.
I do like yeah, that too. I do like the idea of having off-road that's just continually bouncy, and so like you have to get back onto it while you're bouncing the hell around. That's a lot of fun, but it's way too easy to fall between the clouds, so they should probably be connected, is the way I see it.
Alright, next up is Plum's new layout.
Okay, I gotta switch to a speed character for this.
And again, if you're here from the raid, please stick around for the final map. You're gonna love it.
It is worth seeing. That is the strongest qualifier I will use.
How far are we away from it?
We have Plum submission, L-Dog submission, and then
I think that's it.
what's now become the main event, I suppose.
Yes. The Jortex.
I'm just gonna deck of bananas all over the place if you don't mind.
I did it!
You did it!
Did what?
You did
I
the
opened
thing.
the Easter egg.
That
Nice.
gate, I thought it was a pit for a second, and I got terrified.
The fear. I'm gonna have to stop and then boost.
Somebody's egg boxed up there. Hello. Hey there.
Fuck.
What? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I was holding accelerate and my brain turned off.
I mean, mood.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's the other way! Oh, Jesus. That was a hard misread.
I wasn't able to take the shortcut. The other path, I guess.
No, my rocket sneakers!
Oh, God. This is.
Oh, that
this
is a
the
very
end for
far
me,
back
isn't
checkpoint.
it?
Oh, did you hit my banana?
Plum, if you're tuning in, you might wanna up the checkpoints. I understand that's probably gonna be
Deep suffering?
a bit of a hassle.
Yes,
but
floating rocket
yeah.
sneakers. I'm the best at Lua. I left that in on purpose.
Feature!
Base boosted sneakers.
Can a model that is completely unarticulated still T-pose? Scientists have found the answer.
Jesus.
Mike.
Death.
That is a really
Judge to the
fast
Jeff.
first set now that I think about it. Like, you really just get launched into the fucking nightmare, huh?
I don't know what the heck caused me to spin out there. I think I just got too much by other people.
Oh.
Okay, so it's gonna be on the left side.
Boy,
this
I
time?
sure hope someone doesn't destroy the defenseless robot.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, these checkpoints are brutal.
Yeah, these upward slope turns have a nice feeling of tension to them without feeling too unfair, but I keep misreading the fucking half-pipe dip sections.
Ugh. Oh, I didn't even...
Oh, the half-pipe.
I have a reputation for being completely fucking blind and really stupid, so... Take all feedback about conveyance with a grain of salt, but... If I run into it habitually, then better players can run into it when they're distracted.
What happened? Oh, that's what happened to that mine. Okay.
We'll say that if Valve testers have taught us anything, it's that game can be made better if you have testers that are absolute idiots.
Dude, you're talking about, like, listening to the fucking Portal developer commentary, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The reason that the first half of the game is just, okay, but do you really know how portals work?
Yeah. I think the game is better off that way, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, totally.
It introduces a complicated concept so, like, one bit at a time. That, you know, you're able to really feel like... It feels like something that seems so complicated, there's no way you can really not get it.
Wait, did we actually get a bingo?
It's up to interpret. I mean, the card is personalized after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so let's talk about Construction Gym.
Pretty good. Some of the conveyance is a little off.
It's a little item chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
the upward sloped areas and the half pipe in particular, because they narrow, the half pipe spots narrowly funnel you through like 2 pretty small choke points. There we go.
Oh yeah, come to think of it, you kicked Porter, so that does go on the card.
The half-pipe messed me up.
Yeah, I do agree about raising the half-pipe.
Yeah, just the entire section that's leading into it is visually confusing to begin with, and then the only way in or out at speed is a very narrow slice between the inside of both walls. So, oh god, Wolves, don't post that fucking video about portals. Did you guys see that the other day?
Yeah.
There's a fucking streamer who's like, they step out of a portal, look at the door, then step back into the portal, look at the door from the other side of the pit, and they're like, but I don't understand how to get through the door.
Was it are we talking about Justine?
Is that?
Is that who it was?
Was she like a really dumb looking blonde girl?
Hey now, hey now.
You're an all-star.
You can say dumb acting. Cause seriously, that portal shit made me fucking brain freeze.
Like, let's just say that
But yes, the hair color is as you described.
Okay.
Don't worry, as a former blonde, I take no offense to it.
What?
Yeah,
what do you mean former blonde? Is that like born again Christian?
Oh my fucking god! Okay, so no, I'm dirty blonde. I used to be like beach blonde. Now I'm dirty blonde as I got older.
What I meant, the way I meant to phrase that was, is that like this kind of, does the behavior match the stereotype, basically?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I know you didn't mean any offense. Alright, so... It's really just, as far as this course goes, it really is just the half-pipe spots, huh?
Not a streamer, that was from the early days of YouTube gaming. That was she's been around for quite a while.
Yeah, I remember seeing her.
Alright.
I watched her entire series on Portal and Portal 2, by the way, when I was a person who had a lot more free time.
When I was a person.
Next!
When I was a person.
Ooh.
I'm pretty damn sure that we have gotten a bingo, but it's like...
So I'm straight in front of the fucking traffic cones, hell yes.
Cones destroyed.
Feels so satisfying.
No, it is. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that the fucking motion blur I
Gran
gave
Turismo 4, anybody?
I've heard of it.
Gran Turismo 4 has this fucking masterwork subversion where they put you through all these horrible fucking license tests and driving challenges where you have to carefully and fucking precisely avoid cones while moving at maximum speed with maximum finesse all the time, and they are all dreadful and they are all super fucking difficult.
Oh, so
and then in between the license tests, it gives you what are called coffee break stages. And the first coffee break stage is a parking lot where you have to knock down 300 cones as quickly as possible. That is fucking game design.
What the fuck?
What was that?
Did you just run into a fence and die?
You hit me with the Orby into the fence and then I died.
Somebody please spec me. Somebody please
sounds
spec
like
me.
real life.
I need to point this out if L-Dog is watching. Like, hold on.
Which one are you? Fuck, everybody's got J's. Jortron? Why are you Jortron?
So.
Oh my god.
You'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell it's me.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Get out of there.
No. This is my house now.
Okay. I'll just
Actually
save it.
can't
I'll
get
save
you
it.
out. Intervention.
I like it here. It's safe. I actually can't. Somebody has to bump me out.
There we go.
So that's actually kind of an issue. Somebody has to bump you out of there. So I would possibly wall that off.
Why did Joel even mention the iJustine thing? I'm sorry. Oh.
So it hit my mind.
Wait, no, it happened twice?
Wait, what?
I hear that.
Man. My, what,
This
second,
is the best
third
speedrun
jartcast-
category.
This is like my third jartcast stream, and I've already gotten myself canceled.
Wait, what?
So,
Alright. That was silly and I spent my entire time... That's a cute fucking signpost position. But that was deeply silly and I spent my entire time on spec, and a lot of people are still on lap 1 or fucking around. So I'm actually gonna reset and give that a proper go.
Oh, okay.
No, I wanted to clip
I was taking the race serious. Rude.
I was taking it seriously.
I was actually gonna make a reasonable placement on that, so I'm upset.
Actually, I'm going backwards. Okay.
Double ball hog.
one thing that I would like to point out is that sector scenery is nice, and it's a good way to give your map some spice in terms of visuals, but like in situations like that where you have a lot of pillars, like it's gonna be GBJ hell.
Oh, I got faked. Shit.
So,
Oh,
like,
okay.
That was really far. I didn't think I hit you with the primary
solid
hitbox.
set pieces. There's a lot of blitz team maps that are just sector geometry nightmares because of that. So
You know that section where you're like going up around an elevator shaft above a pit and like you're going up the bridges? I fell down there earlier and on one side there's just like no death. There's no death barrier. Like I just had to drive slightly off to the side to get onto the sector where I die.
Ah, I see.
Also, Twil, can we talk about the fact that, like, during that one section where we were on the bridge, I managed to survive the first hit, and then you come by and bonk me, and then I'm sent back into the pit.
Sad.
My child is a mine.
Another thing is that I really feel like when you're respawning after, like, you know how there's like the place where there's the main path, which is a lot closer, and the very slight cut where you jump over a pit. When you respawn from that checkpoint, you just like if you just like accelerate and try to boost over the pit again, which is the direction you're facing, by the way. You won't make it unless you turn slightly to a better direction. And at that point, I feel like you should just be pointed in the right direction from respawn, so you don't have to adjust yourself every single time. Because if you don't remember to adjust yourself, you just die again.
Yeah.
It feels like it adds sort of a little bit of extra pointless challenge.
This current makes me not want to try and get that boost panel, because it's really strong and I don't need to boost it.
Tyrone, no! Tyrone, no! Oh! Oh! Oh!
I am slightly unsure about how I feel. I'm not sure if killing yourself should be a quicker finish.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Like
where is the actual finish line on like the main road? Is it lined up?
A little bit further at the bridge.
I wanted to get to you.
Oh wait, it's the white line.
Yeah, L-Dog's saying it's equidistant, so there you go. Just wasn't sure relative to the starting grid. Alright, encore mode. Let's see if anybody's fucking muscle memory survives.
Is it nighttime?
Q.cc/contact.
Nighttime for me.
Schlep.
For you, it might be nighttime plus.
Oh, it's actually on.
I like the rain.
Why?
It's very
What do you mean,
nice.
Death Plane Fence, okay.
This is different music too.
Yeah, I just realized the music's different. I was like, am I crazy or is the music different? I wasn't crazy.
There's
Yeah,
always.
L-Dog has encore music on all the maps.
I also survived.
It's gonna blow up.
This is really sick.
It's going over that cliff. Ah!
Oh!
There's one water texture.
Dude, that clip so fucking looks like Captain Falcon.
It really does.
You could just subtitle the clip F-Zero and it would make exactly as much sense.
Yeah.
I think someone's even reanimated that using like Captain Falcon.
Good. Glad.
I like just slowly. Did I just drive up slowly and run right into an Orbinaut?
Yeah, I think Wolves is honestly right on this one. I dig the encore look more than I dig the stock look. Maybe it's just the novelty of it, maybe it'll wear off, but I actually really dig the way this is presented.
Yeah, like this is sick. If you told me this was the proper course, I would believe you.
I don't like how this shortcut is worth taking over the normal road. The first one.
Oh my god, I just...
You mean the jump with the palm trees?
Yes.
I am having some pretty hardcore muscle memory issues.
I'll replace that the spike ball.
We'll say this. There are places where I feel like there's just like, kind of just no signposting.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes.
Like, I'll drive up on a
Leap
turn.
of fate?
Like, just really cannot see it until you're just like right up near it. Like, there are a few turns in particular.
If I had lost an SPB run to that fucking cart. Oh no.
Nope, you will lose into that wall. Why are there
I
cars?
can wall bonk off the far wall. Wait, the far wall is fucking inset. Shit. Oh no. Not drowning, please. Anything but the final turns fucking choke fest.
I'm gonna try and actually see if I can like describe exactly where the turn that has no signposting is. But my guess is that I'm not gonna get the chance to. Okay, yeah. There's one turn where like you can sort of see the sign through the fence. Like it's not directly in front of you. It's directly in front of you if you take path with the booster, but it's not otherwise. So like maybe there could be two signs instead of just having only one in the
Do you
place
wanna?
where,
I'll turn on rigging. Do you want to point out the specific? What name should I be spectating? So you can point out the specific turn. Oh, I have to spectate
There's
myself.
also stuff I want to point out as well.
All right. So who am I watching first?
Kuman, I'm pretty sure.
Let me just get to the turn. If you have something else that you can point out first, then you can do that.
Alright, watching you.
Don't show them my shitty gameplay.
So,
just mash the item button, free sneakers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, turn it on.
So here's the thing, if you take this path, right over here, then you can see this signposting just fine, right? if you're coming from this direction, like if you're coming from this path, then like you can sort of see it through the wall as you're approaching, but you can't really, and then you have to, as you see, you don't really see it until
that's
you're
true.
really close, and you don't really know what direction you have to go until you're right up near that.
Yeah, can you just point towards that and... Yeah, so if you're at a distance, that could totally be tricky.
I also want to tell which direction it's curved. Like, once you get close, it's obvious, but it's too late by then. A lot of the time, I feel like it would be.
Now watching...
I also want to piggyback. Off of that. I feel like the arrows in the indoors section could probably be full bright, because I don't feel like they attract enough attention as is now. Because they're like what, orange on red.
Is it specifically that spot? Or, That is a very...
Yeah, that's what Runa was screaming about earlier when I hit her.
Yeah. Griff orbied me into that.
Yeah.
Good.
Also, another person you should spectate is me, because I found like a really weird... Like, this is nowhere where you would actually drive, but...
Where are you?
You know that little entrance area thing? Hold on. I'm like, you can kind of see it. Oh, here we go. I was like around here.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to try to get in there, but...
Yeah.
I guess in theory it should be fixed, but yeah.
There is one thing I want to point out. Sorry for...
Yeah, no, it's fine. This is absolutely what we should be doing.
It happened to me. It happened to me too.
Are you GS or Dratique Stream? Or...
I am
Critique Stream. There we go.
Okay, so now you're on me. So when I came up to this turn on Encore, because I didn't have the muscle memory, I initially interpreted it as like, because I didn't see, because like you see like the like you see like this path is the main path and it's like darker, but I didn't like, it didn't like register in my brain at all. This registered as like the correct path.
Yeah,
and
I
the
think
arrow
I touched on that a little bit. So the safer and the standard path is shadowed here with no signage, and the signage that's visible from that perspective is the signage for the next turn, really.
You can't really tell that there is a jump, even from like this distance.
Did you get down to the bridge?
Yeah, because it's sloped upward, it's difficult to see the disconnect.
And seeing the arrow in the distance instinctively made me want to turn left, even though if I fight that instinct, I get a safer path, so it's, I don't know. It's something to think about, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was a bit of a problem area as well. Say again?
Was I seeing things, or was I moving backwards just now?
What?
You got really silent.
Why are two people in Gay Baby Joe?
Yeah, I don't know how. I just managed to boost in the GVJ, but that's unrelated.
Why are frames dying?
Why did you rig 64 spike balls?
The boosters on that one safe path looked to be backwards for a second there. I don't know if I was just seeing things or if that was...
Alignment's weird. GS left the game. Alright, we're gonna wait for everybody to make it back in, and then we're gonna do the last map of the night.
Whoa, spec me real quick. Support.
Okay, so you got into the same place Porter did.
Yeah, that's the exact same place.
I'm stuck too. And I don't know, am I slowly getting out? I might be slowly getting out.
I'm literally gonna fucking... Next time we do this, I'm gonna have a script that just maps custom 1 to redirect all current spectators to your POV. I'm tired of cycling around.
That's me.
Alright. Everybody ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
One last thing
died
that
again.
I thought was worth noting.
Actually, wait, did we ever talk about like the actual course itself after this?
The what?
I mean, I think this is talking about the course.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
One last thing that I would think is worth noting is that there are certain spots where, like, spiral, you're obviously supposed to keep going the same way, right? Because you're going up the spiral. But I feel like maybe like the first... is there signposting on the first turn of that? Because I don't remember seeing any. I have no idea where I am. I might go check that real quick.
Are we waiting on a GS?
I don't know who GS is.
That would be Les.
The GS ball?
God.
Okay, so like...
Hurry up. That tree just moved. Scary.
So like here, it's kind of obvious that you're supposed to turn to the right here, because you can see the thing on the right. But like that takes thinking, and you know me no like thinky, so
yeah. If there's no sign, it's just you benefit from having a sign. It's about as
it would benefit from having a sign, even if it doesn't. It feels like reasonably it shouldn't need one. And I feel like an idiot for saying that. I sometimes screw that up.
Alright, let me tab out the voice text really quickly to make sure we're not waiting on anyone.
Oki says
sometimes I keep getting sig sub whenever I try to join on Netbar.
Yeah, Buki's saying we need to change. Yeah.
Alright,
also there's some sectors that are... Oh wait, did you see that just now? Was that sector screwed?
Alright, you can join now, Buki.
This orange ruins the entire Encore palette.
The fact that this is Green Hills, since when?
I hate
Green Hill's looking a lot more like Snow Hill.
Alright, everybody ready? You fucking stalled for long enough.
Okay. So,
why is rigging
it's certainly something.
Oh.
Yeah, baby!
Let's get it.
Oh my god, all the items.
I can't believe the first thing I did.
Oh, that's a wall.
That's a good egg box.
Okay.
What? How did that get up there?
I just threw an egg box forward and it landed.
We're all in second place.
I think mapping has peaked. We can't get any better than this.
Can I get over
One at a time, thank you very much.
I didn't make it.
What did you make?
Hold on.
This little circular part with the blue springs, I think, is a very creative way to make a turn. And a shortcut.
Oh my god, where did that SPV
yeah,
come from?
the way that that's layered is actually kind of interesting.
Oh my god, I didn't...
Wait, who
I
has
wasn't
the
going
SPV
fast
on
enough
them?
to clear that after
I don't know.
I do, I'm in first. But I got hit because of the slope. Oh my god, can I get out of this spinning animation? Please! Oh my god, I think I'm soft a lot!
Wow, Porter, how'd you avoid that banana?
Am I supposed to take?
I don't know, man. I just did. Yay. You know what we should do? We should change the map, like the lap number to 1, and just like see.
Yeah. No, the hangout is an important part of it.
We made it. Good job, boys.
Could barely.
Is chat just still
my character, I
dying?
could barely get up the
Okay,
hill.
was, yeah.
Go to that.
Ow.
Anyway, welcome to the finish the race course, everybody.
This is the
We
bounce.
must form a wall.
You ready for the unmoderated vanilla server experience?
Once everyone goes past, can we just like?
Frank Z.
Can we turn back off rigging?
Only question is, does this count as late night idiocy?
Oh, what? You just checked that off? All right. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Fair is fair.
Yup.
What zone? Oh, so if you're like far behind, you just don't get a set. Like you don't get a chance at it. You're fucked.
The item?
Don't miss your start boost, I guess.
I actually did because I missed the start boost for so long. The items actually respawned before I got to the set.
That's kind of amazing. Wow, that is a brutal banana trap. Third place, can you please let me know how you feel about that arrangement of items?
These items respawn very quickly.
No!
I mean, I should make it. Not without.
I hate how seriously I'm taking going fast on this shit.
It's a challenge, ain't it?
It is a layout that I do not know how to interpret.
Time to learn a foreign language.
Saved by the tree skip! I'm the best!
It's like trying to read an ancient text.
Give me outie here.
2-time winner of Pug.
Can you stop making him bark? Please.
Tyrone!
Did it! I made it!
L-Dog saying to go to a specific map.
We did Map MZ last chartcast, right?
I don't remember what that was. Was that
the Fitness Grand
treadmill?
Pacer Test is a multi-stage.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes, the fitness gram map. I love that.
Was that not MZ? That's Map MY. Oh, Jesus.
What is map MZ?
I'm afraid.
Do you want to find out?
Let's go, let's do it.
Okay, no, now L-Dog's trolling.
No,
Original
guys,
Desert
is this-
Rift? Fucking fuck.
Guys, is this the official palette cleanser map from now on?
Just keep the shit loaded.
Gunload would not approve because he likes three-color.
Alright,
like
so.
Yeah.
Speaking completely seriously for a moment.
We're all winners!
Let's talk about what happened here.
Well, I mean, we all won.
Of course.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's why this is the best map, because everyone can be a winner.
yeah, nobody has to lose.
There doesn't have to be any contest. There's no contest.
But for serious critique, I'm serious about mob scale.
Yeah, it's kind of required at this stage.
I don't know what... I mean, I feel like we covered everything, considering the fact that we said that everything was the issue. So, yeah, I think we're good.
Not everything isn't the issue. There are like cool set pieces here that could be made into like interesting pieces of a course with a little bit of refinement.
Yeah, I sure as hell couldn't figure out how.
It's just the way... The two major issues are really like unfriendly turns in terms of track width and conveyance, and the fact that it's not really obvious how pieces of the course fit together, that because of the use of thock barriers and really sharp slopes, it's really difficult to tell how you actually transition from one section to the next. The example I keep thinking of is right after the glorious infinite boost panel slope. People were flying around for a little bit trying to figure out where to actually go, because
readability
just riding along the entire top wall.
Readability is something to really focus on, like signposting in places that are like. Well, I guess a lot of the issue is the fact that you're like you go up a slope and then you're immediately expected to turn. So just like greater distance so that you can see where you have to turn.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone.
Yeah.
Look at Griff's time.
Huh.
Yeah.
How many years is that?
That showed up when Julie left.
A lot.
That is interesting.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this real quick. I need to something real quick. So that's about...
I feel like I've been here for 2 million minutes.
2 million.
Yeah. But yeah, when I say everything, I just mean like every single thing has something that you like conceptually.
Okay, whose mic is that?
There's huh? I don't mean the concept is the issue. I mean, like, there are always things that you can... Like, every single thing has something that can be improved, and I wouldn't really know where to start, is basically what I'm saying.
Okay, it's your mic, okay.
Is it my mic?
It sounds like you're unplugging it between frames sometimes.
What? That's weird.
But yeah, like, there's cool set pieces conceptually here. A sprint map for your first endeavor is really ambitious. But if you want to salvage what's here, then first off, probably mob scale at about 50% to 100% larger. The fucking Akina downhill section is pretty wild in particular. that's like not really possible to navigate at its current road width or like with how close the turns are together. And then focus on making sure that there's no possible way somebody can interpret where the next piece of the track actually is. I realize that because this course is super large, you're probably running into issues where you have to cull certain stuff for performance reasons or because the engine will just freak out, but it might be that that's just something you have to live with and learn from for next time. But if you want to salvage this, scale it up, focus on conveyance, then like start cleaning up Valk barriers and work on making sure that players of all stat blocks and speeds have some way of maintaining a drift chain through like those technical turns. So yeah, I think that covers everything for tonight.
Yeah. Also, I just want to make one quick note. Apparently, the amount of minutes that are on Griff's time is the equivalent of like 3 to 4 years.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's legit.
Good time. I mean, for a map, like to be fair, that's a good time for a map that's not possible to finish.
Get me out of here.
Like 3 years, 3 to 4 years is better than infinite.
Best known time.
Yeah, that's the best. That is the best known time.
Best known time.
Congrats on your world record.
This is my record now.
Yeah, congrats.
Alright, so that was jartcast episode 11. We open submissions for course critique typically late on Friday and close them up about an hour before we go live the following Saturday. This is a weekly thing, provided that we have the bodies to fill the couch and the maps to fill the queue, so feel free to submit your shit, regardless of your level of expertise or seriousness. As long as you are trying to make something that is enjoyable to play, we would love to give it a run and tell you what we think. But, until next time, thank you all for fucking joining me on Togue Adventure. And
hell yeah.
I think we're calling it for tonight. GG's, everybody.
GG's. Can we get Togue and Amy tennis afterwards?
What?
Togue? I'm tennis.
Chenji, you sure you don't have anything else to do before that?
Hey, wait, was Shrink ever on here?
Shrink should have been on.
Wait.
It was on.
Wait, hold up.
We got shrunken once.
I heard Shrink go off a few times, but I never got shrunk.
I don't remember getting shrunken.
Shrinking?
Shrinking.
Shrinky dinky.
So much for Return of Shrink.
Yeah, so much for that. Alright, we're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Please.
Race car takes flight and jumps a fence.